woman who thought she'd found the one when she got married. Only problem was she found the one 11 different times. Bonnie Ashley has had 11 husbands.
Nice.
And she says she's out in the market for number 12.
I'm not an expert on marriage. I'm an expert.
Oh, thanks for informing us, yes.
Are you sure?
She's very qualified as far as understanding marriage from all standpoints.
I'm not an expert on marriage. I'm an expert on divorce. I do believe in the sanctity of marriage.
Right.
I do. I wanted that. Every time I got married, I wanted it to be the one.
So she just did it 11 times and is looking for number 12 now.
Okay.
She really,
crazy.
every time wanted it to be the one after getting married 11 times. Isn't it like by the 7th or 8th time, you're just like, I'll just wing it and hope.
Wing it.
I mean, yeah, you want it to be the one, but how much can you really trust it at this point?
Well,
Maybe you should shut her down now. What do you say there, Sally? What's her name?
Sally.
Yeah, I don't think it's Sally. Susie.
It's Susie.
I don't know.
I'm not an expert on marriage. I'm an expert on divorce.
Yeah.
I do believe in the sanctity of marriage.
That's nice.
I do. I wanted that. Every time I got married, I wanted it to be the one.
I believe in the sanctity of marriage until we get in our first fight. Then I'm out of there.
Right.
Cut my losses.
She's just trying to find that right person.
Cut and run. Well, I definitely believe her soulmate is going to be the 12th husband, Terry. That's just the way it all was meant to be when she got started in the world. It was just a little joke that was going to be on her. It would take 12 husbands to find the one.
Bonnie, a real estate...
Oh, Bonnie's her name.
Oh, Bonnie.
And she's a real estate agent. These real estate agent wackos, Terry, are losing their minds.
The one.
Bonnie, a real estate agent from Delaware, married husband number 1 at this small church when she was just 18. She says she was just too young.
It's kind of emotional for me. I wish I had run away. Those doors started this crazy, crazy cycle of being a serial bride.
She's pointing to the doors that led to the altar of her first marriage.
Yeah.
Those doors. She's almost blaming the doors. Those doors.
Damn doors.
Frickin' doors. Wasn't for the doors.
Right.
The place was doorless. I'd have been fine. Been married to guy number 1 forever. Those doors started this cycle that I've been in and been unable to get out of. 12 marriages or 11 marriages and looking for number 12.
Run away. Those doors started this crazy, crazy cycle of being a serial bride.
Her eyes well with tears until it becomes too much for her. Not all of Bonnie's memories are sad.
Oh.
She was married twice at this Justice of the Peace.
This is the sidewalk I walked up, and when I got married at the courthouse, I had blue jeans on, so I just...
Say, I had blue jeans on?
Blue jeans. She's calling
Blue
them.
jeans. Blue cheese?
Yes. I'll have that on
I
my
had
face.
blue cheese on my legs.
Well, she may actually, when you see her in shorts.
I'm already ready to divorce her, Terry.
Are ya?
Yeah.
Well, then you're
Jeez.
12.
Mark me down as number 12 there, Bonnie. Does that make you any less likely to get married again? Do us all a favor and just shut her down. You've been married 11 times. It hasn't worked out one of the 11. Law of averages says by accident you're going to find a guy you can tolerate. He's going to be able to tolerate you when you try 11 times, Terry.
11 times.
And she couldn't.
When I got married at the courthouse, I had blue jeans on, so I just thought I'd keep with the trend.
Bonnie short. Oh, my God.
Shut your ass. I'm already sick of you. You got nothing to say. You wonder why these guys couldn't stick around, Terry.
Oh,
Shut. You're worthless. Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, if anyone could be labeled as having a worthless yap, Terry, it could be a woman who's been married and divorced 11 times.
You think?
All right.
But, hey, now she's got a book.
You may think I'm sounding cruel here. Oh, is that what she's doing? She's writing a book?
Yes.
Oh, please.
So hurry,
This
run
is
out
what
and
this
buy
is all
it.
about? Okay. Yes, I'm sure we'll all run out and buy her book.
What are you trying to get out of her book? Like, what's her purpose of writing it?
It's a self-help book.
Okay, good.
Well, right. In the beginning, she said she's
How to
not
spot a bad marriage.
You too can have
Exactly.
11 marriages.
She's the one who claims that she's not an expert on marriage. She's an expert on divorce.
If you just apply yourself, you could have 11 marriages too, just like me.
I only had 8, and I don't know how to get over the hump to 9.
Well, I know there are people out there that have had multiple marriages, not work out, but if this is, and this ain't no record, I'm sure,
Oh,
but this is sad, Terry.
right.
Even if it's not a record, this is a sad woman who's... You hear her giggling at times. She's got to be at all moments laughing on the outside and crying like a blubbering baby at all times on the inside. 11 guys got sick of you after saying I do?
Now, if the 11 guys write a book, that I'll read.
If they all get together and write a book, we're reading
They
it.
each get a chapter.
We ain't reading anything this wench is writing. We'll tell you that right now.
Why I left Bunny.
From 11 different perspectives. And yet all the same reason.
Right.
Couldn't.
Oh, man.
Sounds very...
Couldn't swing it is what the common denominator is from all these guys.
That might be the name of the book, actually. I think you just came up with it.
Her eyes well with tears until it becomes too much for her. Not all of Bonnie's memories are sad. She was married twice at this Justice of the Peace.
This is the sidewalk I walked up, and when I got married at the courthouse, I had blue jeans on. So I just thought I'd keep with the trend.
And the trend was what now?
I don't know.
Blue jeans on.
What are you talking about?
Just so old blue jeans were just invented. I don't know.
There was this new thing called blue jeans back. How old is she? She's got to be actually kind of up there in years to have been married and divorced 11 times.
Yes, I would imagine.
Pasty's finding a picture. He's kind of signaling to me.
Bonnie's shortest marriage lasted just 45 days.
Oh, dear.
The longest, 5 years. She's written a book about her incredible story, humorously titled Ex-Husband in Freezer.
My advice is know them and know them well.
Now, if she had killed them and chopped them up and put them in the freezer, I might read her book, Terry.
That's a story.
Oh, wow.
There's good reading.
And pictures? That'd be awesome.
Ew.
That's a good nighttime flashlight book there, Terry.
Yeah, right.
Get you all good and scared before you hit the pillow.
Oh, my goodness.
Pillow? But I don't want to read about this woman.
Well,
this
maybe
wacko lady who's been married and divorced 11 times and is looking for victim number 12.
Just giving everybody a little insight, you know.
She sounds very stable, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah, real.
Got so much to offer with this book that she's penned.
5 years. She's written a book about her incredible story, humorously titled Ex-Husband in Freezer.
My advice is know them and know them well.
Oh, thanks.
Live with them. Try on the shoe before you buy it, because you never know what you're going to get until you're under the same roof.
Took her 11 marriages to figure that out, Terry.
Okay.
Got the learning curve down, though, at this point, though.
Yeah, you think. I don't think so.
Try the shoe on. See, men always like to make the analogy of test driving the car.
Of course.
Women rather talk about shoes.
Yes.
Whatever. If anyone listens, if anyone goes out there and buys her book,
right,
you are sadder than she is. All right? And she's pretty damn sad. I don't think they get much sadder than her. And yet, if you feel the urge that, like, you could learn something from this woman.
Aren't you curious at all?
No!
Just to kind of...
I heard everything I need to hear from this.
Just a bit. Just like...
No, not at all. And if anyone out there thinks they can learn anything from this woman and goes out and buys her book, or they're tricked into thinking there's some bit of comedy in here, this is tragedy written all over it.
So if someone brings it to your book club, you're pissed?
Well, if they show up to my book club, I'm just excited nonetheless. So.
Okay, I'll be there, yeah.
With book.
That and this weekend's candle party. Yeah.
Oh, really? I am in.
Very few people actually show up. But it's really annoying to me when they RSVP that they're coming and then they don't show up there.
Yeah, I bet. Because you make all the plans, you get a little hors d'oeuvres out, have a little drink, you know.
Yes, big bowl of blue cheese. Well, I guess I'll have to swan dive and that myself again. Okay, here we go.
Try on the shoe before you buy it,
whatever.
because you never know what you're going to get.
She's got a million cliches.
What if it's a little tight?
Wait, what was that one?
If only she had figured it out by marriage number 4, she wouldn't be as pathetic.
Humorously titled Ex-Husband
You want to hear the cliches again?
in Freezer.
My advice is know them and know them well.
Cliche number 1.
Live with them. Okay. Try on the shoe before you buy it.
Cliche number 2.
Because you never know what you're going to get until you're under the same roof.
Cliche number 3.
After 11 divorces, Bonnie is still looking for Mr. Right.
The first date, I tell them, I've been married 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, and they say your past doesn't matter.
Bonnie's latest boyfriend was this.
You're
Your
moved by
past
that?
doesn't matter.
You're swept away by the way these guys are reacting to her?
Well, yeah, and I'm surprised she really hasn't found...
An 11-time divorcee? Sounds like an easy mark to me.
Yeah.
Unstable, legs wide open, bunt.
Wow.
The past don't matter. The present's all I care about. And as far as the present's concerned, I expect to be like knee-deep in VJ in about 1 hour or less. Come Come on, you really feeling like you got to wine and dine the lady who's been married 11 times?
Not a tough customer, I'm guessing.
Wow. Hey, she just wants to try on the shoe, make sure it fits.
I'll tell you one thing about this lady.
Yes.
She got 11 guys to propose to her.
She did.
There are women out there. She must be relatively hot, or at least was at some point in her life. Because there are women out there who have a tough time getting one guy who claims he's in love with her to actually propose.
Absolutely.
And she has gotten 11 guys to say, will you marry me?
Absolutely.
That has to stand for something.
There you go.
That's got to be moderately impressive to all of us.
Right.
I mean, she's a wacko.
I mean, they've gone through with it, too. I mean, not just asking, but they've actually, gone through with it.
As I also will now put on the record.
Crazy.
As crazy as she is, and it's pretty tough to beat. How about, like, husband number 10, who's standing there ready to say I do to a woman who's done it and failed 9 times, 10 times before him?
Yeah, but I'm different. I'm going to change her. She definitely likes me. It's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Right, planning one wedding, how stressful it was. Imagine 10 or 11. One wedding was enough.
Are you really having a big wedding every single time?
Sounds crazy.
Well, if you throw out the blue jeans and go to the justice,
I don't think so.
3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, and they say your past doesn't matter.
Bonnie's latest boyfriend was this successful businessman who asked that we not use his name.
I don't blame him.
Most exciting woman I've ever met.
That was just...
Oh, my gosh. Did he just say what I think he said? She's the most exciting woman I've ever met.
See, she's exciting. There he is.
This her?
It's quite the endorsement for the town they live in.
Oh, boy. I thought you'd at least be hot, Terry.
And? No?
Can't swing it.
At all?
Not now.
Even if you're
Not now. I know back in...
Maybe 40 years ago, there was a trace of hotness, perhaps, but I ain't seeing anything that would really reveal that this was an outright hot-ass babe back in her day.
And they say your past doesn't matter.
Bonnie's latest boyfriend was this successful businessman who asked that we not use his name.
Of course.
Most exciting woman I've ever met.
That was just a few weeks ago. Since then, they've broken up. But Bonnie hopes to get married again, next time on the beach, making it an even dozen walks down the aisle.
I gotta go for a dozen.
Gotta go.
Yeah, if you're at 11...
Why not?
Yo, 11, you gotta go for the
11,
even dozen.
11.
Then you get to the dozen, Terry. Why not throw a baker in there?
Right?
Yeah, that's what I say at Krispy Kreme all the time.
Why not?
Take one.
And then
That's actually going to be lucky 13.
And then 13 means you missed the extra point, Terry.
Right.
You gotta go 14.
Oh, right. You got to go for 2 next time. Yeah.
That's right.
I guess. Yeah, me.
So there's no end in sight. And she expects people to be buying this book.
Of course. Here, let me go check it out.
See where it is on Amazon.
I am.
See how she's doing there with her book sales, with her self-help offerings to the world.
What's it called again?
Bonnie something or other. Pasty will find it. You know her name, Pasty? They say her name?
Oh, I want to be 12.
Let me take some calls here. Pasty finally.
Yep.
He's found his woman.
Imagine this is a soulmate.
This was the one. She was so busy being married that he couldn't find her.
Yeah. She's really exciting, dude. I love her.
Pasty, is that true? Is that what you're feeling?
Oh, yeah, dude.
How did you know? How did you feel it after all this time of being alone, being a solitary man, being a guy with a beautiful apartment but no one to share it with, and looking over downtown like no apartment does? How did you finally decide to share it with someone after all?
No, I'm a sucker for a woman in blue jeans. Love it.
I get it now. 1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call. Let us fire up some phone calls here. Toll free, don't you know? 1-866-663-T-MAN. Anything you want to comment on? This story? Anything going on in your life? All of a sudden, your life probably doesn't seem as pathetic as it was about 5 minutes ago. Now that you're hearing from good old Bonnie. You got her on Amazon, Terry? You got her? You still looking?
Sounds like a no.
Okay. 1-866-663-T-MAN. Anything you want to talk about? Let me start with Victor. Victor, you're on the air. Hello, Victor.
Yeah.
How you doing, Victor?
Hello.
What can we do for you, sir?
Yeah. I was just because, had a lot of fun.
Victor, your phone is breaking up so far in this phone call. Should we try to tolerate it a little bit longer, or you want to call back on a better one? What's the story here?
Oh, no.
Get in a better cell area, Victor. This is your time, buddy. This is your time, Vic. Make it happen.
I had 3 news gave to me yesterday. You know, I got laid off work. My girlfriend cheated on me with my cousin, and I just got like 3 tickets in the mail. So it's like, damn, like
rough day. Bad day.
My girlfriend.
It only gets worse from here, Vic. Okay, one day he got 3 tickets in the mail.
Yes.
Not something he was probably expecting.
Well, when you throw those away, you're supposed to keep them.
Girlfriend cheated on him with his cousin.
Nice.
Probably not something he was expecting.
No.
And you say you also got laid off or fired or what?
Nah, I got laid off.
You got laid off. I'm sorry to suggest you may have been fired. I'm sure they were just cutting back on staff. You were very valuable. Okay. So all in the same day, you found out this information. Did your cousin know you got laid off when... did you come home early? Was it one of those things? You got laid off so you came home early and you saw your girlfriend with your cousin, or somebody told you, or what?
No. I mean, I got home right. Like I got home after I found out I got laid off. I got home and my cousin was home, and then he's like, "Dude, you know, I got to tell you something." And you know,
so he decided to tell you on the day you got laid off. He's thinking, "Oh, you can't get any madder or sadder right now, right? Okay, let me hit you with this info. I'm cheating on, or your girlfriend's cheating on you with me."
Nice. Welcome home.
Did he know you got laid off when he hit you with this, or what?
We were leaving together till yesterday, and I told her to leave after my cousin told me that. Like, honestly, I don't even know. Like, should I be mad at him? Like,
because you know what?
That's my family.
That scenario that I thought may have been the case actually happens more than you think. People come home early from work when they're not even expecting themselves to be leaving early, and then bam.
They see somebody's car, family member's car right there, and you're going, wow, I'm not home. They know I'm at work.
You wish you could leave the job just to check up on things every once in a while, but you can't because we have responsibilities at our jobs more than we'd like.
Right.
But on the day you get laid off, I thought maybe he headed home, saw his cousin with his girlfriend, like that's all he needed at this point.
Right.
But it isn't even that. His cousin just decided to tell him for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Your cousin told you yesterday. Did it? My question, I'm still waiting for an answer. Did he know you got laid off when he hit you with this info, or did he not know?
No, he didn't know.
He didn't know. Why? So you came home from getting laid off, and he didn't tell him, or what?
Like, you know, I was just walking in, and he called me, like, he talked to me when I was barely walking in, like, you know, he didn't
So wait a minute,
didn't know.
After all the time you've been cheating on...
He lives with me.
So you guys are roommates.
Yeah, but all the time he was obviously hiding the fact that behind your back he was screwing your girlfriend. Why all of a sudden, as soon as you walk through the door on this day, before you can even get a word out and tell him, because I'm sure that would have been the first words out of your mouth after you come home from being laid off to tell your cousin that you got laid off, why on this day does he not even allow you to come in and open your mouth and he pulls you wherever and tells you about what he's been doing? Why? It just seems kind of weird.
I don't know, this guy.
Well, maybe he did. He felt bad because they are living together.
I told him, like, I was like, I wanted him to leave, and I told.
But he must have hit him pretty quick with it.
Because I kicked both of them out.
You get laid off. The first words when you walk in the door is you tell people in your family or someone you love or somebody that'll listen.
I just got laid off.
I just got freaking laid off.
Right.
It doesn't take long. It takes like seconds after you walk in the door to say that.
Right.
And he's telling us. His cousin didn't even know. He didn't even have a chance to get it out because as soon as he walks through the door, his cousin hits him so fast. And it must have been pretty damn fast is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. After all the time of hiding it, to tell him all of a sudden that he's been screwing around with his girlfriend.
Well, maybe, too, because he came home unexpectedly early or whatever, that the girlfriend was in the cousin's bedroom, and he was like, oh, my gosh, Was your cousin with your girlfriend when you came home early yesterday?
No, she wasn't home.
She wasn't even there.
Wow, that is weird.
What?
But used condoms were all over the floor.
Oh, jeez.
Those were there.
Why do you think he told you so quick when you walked in the door yesterday?
He must have felt bad for doing it. And the worst of all, he tells me he's been doing it since April.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, and I was like, and how many times did it happen? He's
Well,
like,
if all these
happened since April.
If all these, agitating things are going to happen to you in the course of a little period of time, you might as well hit it all in one day.
Right.
Give me it all, blast me on one day.
Take
and
me to my lowest.
Let me heal the wounds right after, instead of being hit 1 month with this, 1 month with that. So in a sense, the tickets... Your skag girlfriend and your unloyal cousin and your job, which you probably hated anyway, the fact that it all came down in one day is probably a blessing, right? No, you don't see it that way, maybe? Yes? Okay, good. See, a silver lining there. Found. Done.
Yeah, like...
Happy ending.
Like, Like, this guy just, like, so, like, I told my girl to leave, and she's still saying that he's lying, though. Well, what would he lie for?
So So after your cousin, how did your cousin describe it? What did he say was happening? He said it started in April. He started screwing around with her. He started.
His words was like, I gotta tell you something.
I've been plastering her ass.
That been going on.
So does he tell you details of how because you probably ask about the first time. That's what I would do. Tell me when the first time was and how it all went down. Did you ask any details on that or no?
That they were at the house together and like
they were spending too much time at the house without you there. It seems like.
Sounds like it.
You were too busy working hard, leading to you getting laid off.
I'm working, doing what I'm supposed to do, and then
he's trying to make himself a good life, and this is what he gets. But you leave too many family members around with a relatively hot woman under a roof, Terry, and they get comfortable and they get used to being alone in the house, and things start happening.
You walk out of the shower with just a towel on.
Whoa!
Drops on accident or not such an accident.
Your girlfriend's pretty hot or what?
Nah, she's hurt.
She's hurt?
Yeah, now she is.
All right, but is she hot? Like before you?
Yeah, no, she got her little thing going on.
Okay, so your cousin said they've been having sex since April, and then when you confronted your girlfriend later yesterday, she denied it.
She denied it, but now that I guess she got over the fact that that she got caught, so she admits it,
so she denied it, but now she's admitting it.
Yeah, I mean,
but she still won't leave your house.
That I wanted her out. She admitted it, and she said it only happened twice though. But this guy, my cousin, to me happened since April.
Well, that could have been happening since April and only happened twice. Not likely, but so she's admitting it, but in small doses now. Little by little, the truth is starting to come out. Okay, I did it, but only twice. Okay, 4 times. Do I hear 8?
But twice since April. What, are they married?
I still love her.
You still
want to be with her, but
yes.
But it hurts me that she cheated on me with
So what's the status now? You told her to leave the premises, and what's the status? Is she packed up and left, or is she still living? In the
I hope she's still living.
Is she Is she? I was supposed to finish the sentence.
Okay.
Is she still living in your house?
She left.
She left. She finally got the message.
Right. It feels hard.
Were you like screaming it? Were you like with the door open, with one hand waving her on the way, or what? What was the clearest you got with the message? Were you ever like really screaming at her, or get out, like words like that, or what?
Nah, I was damn mad. I just called her right away, and I'm like,
get your ass over here so I can get you the hell out.
I'm like, were you cheating on me? Yes or not? F you, leave, come and grab all your things, and pretty much, and like.
Sounds kind of girly. Did you ever ask if your cousin was better than you sexually, or you never felt like that was the kind of questions you wanted answered because you were pretty sure how? Do you think you're better sexually than your cousin? Do you think you gave it to her better than your cousin ever could, or would, or did?
Hello, yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that question.
No.
Do you think your cousin was giving it to her a lot better than you were?
I don't know. Obviously, for her to keep on doing it, maybe.
Well, she might have just been lonely and just wanted it from, more than you were capable of giving it to her. Doesn't mean he was. Don't resign yourself to the fact that you're not as good as your cousin, the cheating, unloyal cousin bastard. And what does this do to your relationship with your cousin? It sounds like you're almost like forgiving him already. He is blood. He is family.
Yeah, I was going to...
But is he being thrown out or what? You said he lives with you, too.
Nah, I don't know. This guy, right now, I just don't know, though. This guy, I'm mad at him. I'm mad at my girl. It's crazy.
Are you going to throw the cousin out or no?
No.
Okay. I don't know what to make of this guy, Terry.
I don't know either.
Kind of took a weird turn there at the end, didn't it?
I think
he's kind of everywhere.
I don't doubt that he's telling us a true story.
Right,
but
he's...
I don't even think he's that mad.
Yeah, no, does he play piano in the dark? Come on, give me something
I don't know
here.
what he is.
I think he's... Yeah.
All right, whatever, dude. Call us back when you figure out where you're at. But, hey, everyone has a pretty bad day. Maybe not that bad.
Yeah.
Laid off. Girlfriend screwing your cousin, and parking ticket because all on the same day is a tough day. Okay. 1-866-663-T-Man. Let me go to Kim. Kim, you're on the air. Hello. Kim, are you there? Hello. Tanya, you're on the air. Hello, Tanya.
Hey, I just wanted to ask you if you think Bonnie ever learned what the word dating means.
I don't know. I don't want to talk to Bonnie.
I just want to say one more thing.
Yeah, the first thing went over so well. Yes, go ahead.
I think she should write a calendar instead of a book. Probably sell better. With all of her wedding pictures on it.
Yes.
And the divorce pictures on the backside.
Heather, you're on the air.
By the way, Bonnie's book on Amazon, 1,193,265th. Not doing so hot.
Fifth? I thought that was
1,193,265.
Wow.
I'm just shocked there are that many books for sale.
Yeah, I know. She has to be dead last. Wow. There's that many books in the world?
And if you're 1 million, like one place behind her, you're like, oh, I'm on her heels.
That's right.
I can pass her in seconds.
Who's last? Who's behind her?
Heather, you're on the air.
Good morning.
Yes, Heather, what can I do for you real quick?
Well, I just wanted to say something about Bonnie. I know you said you didn't want to talk about her too much more, but I am newly engaged myself. And I'm just wondering, like, does she take this whole marriage topic seriously?
Very seriously.
Well, she said she does. She
did. She must take it so seriously. As soon as the guy throws his hands down his pants, which all guys do when they get comfortable, Terry.
Really?
She doesn't seem like she's the most tolerant type, all right? She's giving marriage a really bad name. Here's a woman like Heather who's excited about her wedding. She's excited about her marriage. She's excited about the sanctity of the marriage that she's going to get herself all involved in. And then she hears about Bonnie, who's been married and divorced 11 times, and she wonders if what she's doing is now just an institution that is an overall joke. Right. That's probably what you're thinking, right, Heather?
Well, you know, my family's very involved, and I'm just wondering because she's just going off and getting married in blue jeans, for God's sake.
That's what's bothering her right now.
The blue jeans, not your typical.
Doesn't she believe in the sanctity of marriage? That alone tells you what a mockery she's making of marriage. Married in blue jeans.
It's easy for someone like Heather.
Married in what you're comfortable in. That's fine. If that's
I don't think she's really pulling off the white dress thing. All right, Heather?
She doesn't
By marriage
have
7.
the purity to pull off a white dress.
But when you go to the Justice of the Peace, what are you supposed to wear? I mean, you know.
Yeah,
it's not a formal
wedding.
wedding.
Wear a black dress. I think she should.
When the best you're offering your 6 guests at the courthouse with the Justice of the Peace is free coffee, I think blue jeans is appropriate.
Is there any more equal, sir? Sorry.
She just made a comment about the whole purity thing.
Yeah.
And granted, you know, she's been married 11 times, and no one's saying that she needs to wear white. But is there really anybody that's pure enough to wear white these days, except for the
nobody?
Right.
Yes.
So I mean, I guess the purity thing really isn't even an issue.
I think it's first-time wedding, though. You should be white. You know, a white dress.
The last virgin died in 2004, Terry. So you're right. There's no longer any virgins left. They were an endangered species. And as I said, the last one died 2004, so no one deserves to wear white anymore. Oh, wait, there was a new baby born just a couple of seconds ago. It was a female. It's a girl. It's a girl. It's a bouncing baby girl. Oh, she just lost her virginity. Okay. There's still no more virgins. No virgins left in the world.
But wearing a white dress doesn't really mean you have to be a virgin these days. But
not anymore, but if you want to be all traditional and such.
No, that's not tradition. Tradition's first-time wedding. No one wears a white dress because they think they're a virgin.
That was the origin of the white dress.
Okay, 400 years ago.
If you want to keep skewing it, then fine. If you're going to say, well, it doesn't mean virginity anymore, then why can't you say it doesn't mean first marriage anymore? It means second marriage. It means third marriage.
So she can wear a white dress.
It's okay to bend the tradition as far as the virginity thing is, as long as it's a first marriage.
Yes.
But second marriage, that's where you draw the line.
I don't know about second, but maybe third or fourth or fifth.
If you're getting married a second time, you're not allowed to wear white.
I don't think you should.
Heather, I wish you luck with your marriage.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Heather's all fired up because she's newly engaged. Give her about 3 years. She'll get it a little more.
Is she rolling in alimony, this Bonnie, or what? After 12 to 11 failed marriages, do guys actually have to pay her? Or by the 7th marriage, does the first guy get to go, okay, you see, Judge, I don't know her a cent.
I agree. I hope.
I don't know.
She's not getting 11 times alimony payments going on. It's like mailbox bingo for her.
No, she should not be getting paid by anybody.
You just roll.
Box bingo.
I mean, seriously. You get married and divorced 11 times and you...
I get Carl's check Thursday, Mike's check Friday, Roger's on Saturday. I'll be set. We're going to Vegas.
Such a lucrative industry I've come up with here. Maybe that's what's in her book.
Great.
Who knows?
Blue jeans for everyone.
The T-Man Show.
Omar!
Yes.
What's up, baby?
I'm
know
good.
Omar?
No, but there was a character named Omar.
Man,
I don't even
I just want to give a comment about the guy who his girlfriend cheated on him with his cousin.
Yeah, he seemed a little ditzy, didn't he? But that's all right.
No.
Probably doing a little weed this morning to soothe everything a little bit.
When it comes to the man society, that guy should have been abandoned a long time ago. Because first of all, I would beat the taste out of my cousin. Second of all, call my girl.
Most cousins are filled with paste.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, I just call my girl.
Yes.
Just smooth, let her come to the house and say nothing, have the most greatest sex ever. Then I take her out butt naked, throw all her clothes out.
Wow.
Close the door.
Oh my.
And call another girl, have a party, wake up the next day forgetting about even, getting laid off for everything. Oh, nothing. I'm not even aware about tickets, just feeling good. Man up, man. Grab a beer and sit down and watch a football game. You're a man. I don't know how this guy just can't handle this. He's still deciding what should I do. You already know
as
what
I
you're supposed
suggested, I thought maybe he had a little, herbal breakfast this morning to smooth out the rough
feminine
edges.
inside him. I felt like he had a little feminine inside him. So I got offended.
You're all man, Omar. Yes. See what he would do? Knowing his girlfriend screwed his cousin, he'd invite her over, make like everything was better than ever, give her a good run through, Terry, and then kick her ass out naked so that she can make a scene in your neighborhood on your front porch or your lawn.
Just make sure your neighborhood know what you about.
Yeah, alert all the neighbors ahead of time that you'll be screwing your girlfriend and kicking her out in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I try to avoid scenes at all possible near my house.
Yeah, that is a good policy.
Yeah,
to try to avoid scenes so your neighbors don't talk about them 5 years down the road when you try to pick up a box of Cheerios at the grocery store, and you don't need to be whispered behind your back any longer than...
Yeah, I just let him know what's up, though. Like, it's just you and
Omar, you are one
sign on her.
You don't cheat on Omar and get away with it.
No way.
You probably would have killed your boss that laid you off, too, right, Omar? Because you don't take any crap. Lay me off, you're dead man.
I wouldn't kill him. I wouldn't go down for her, you know what I'm saying? Just, I would just be, okay, it's cool. But if I come to the house and just see my girl that I've been going out, cheating on me since April? Since April? Come on, man.
Wait. Can you say since April one more time there, Omar?
April.
No. All right, never mind.
How long has she been cheating?
Since April? How long has she been? Hey, can't read.
I'm not from
Got it! Beverly, you're on the air. Hello. Beverly, good morning. Always nice to talk to a Beverly. Beverly in Alamo. We won't forget it. Yes, Beverly, go ahead. Are you calling from the rent-a-car or the city? Oh, never mind. Anyway, go ahead, Beverly.
I just wanted some advice because I've been married for 4 years, and I'm thinking about my husband.
You're thinking about your husband. That's always a bonus after 4 years of marriage.
Yeah.
She's started to think about...
I'm
what are you thinking about? I don't want to be all sarcastic here, but it sounds kind of weird. I'm thinking about my husband. What are you thinking about? Is there a problem?
I'm thinking about cheating on him.
You're thinking about cheating on your husband. Aha! A small little step from thinking about your husband. The next baby step over is thinking about cheating on your husband. Why would you be thinking about cheating on your husband 4 years in to a marriage that I'm hoping hasn't been outright torture for you?
Well, no, it hasn't been outright torture. The first year was wonderful.
Always is.
The first year.
But ever since then, I've been unsatisfied sexually, and it's just gotten to the point where I'm looking elsewhere.
But is that where it all begins and ends? Is that the entire scope of your problems in your marriage, that you're not satisfied sexually, or are there other things that are really getting to you and you can't really tolerate it any longer?
Well, not when it comes to my husband. I mean, there's always problems in a marriage, like financial problems and stuff like that.
Everyone's got them. So no different than the average marriage, other than you are the most unsatisfied woman, or at least that's the way you feel right now in the world sexually. So you're starting to have your eyes wander on various extraneous guys, and aren't the extraneous guys, aren't they just so exciting, a lot more exciting than your good-for-nothing little puny, stubby little... an excuse for a boner husband. Is he small? Is he just not? Is he just not skilled? What's his problem sexually? Was there one time
No, I feel like he's given up. With the first year and when we were dating, sex was great. It was, but I feel like he's given up. It's more
given up. Why? Given up because
I don't get satisfied. I mean, of course he gets satisfied. It's so easy for a guy to get satisfied, but he's not.
Is that right?
Do you make it clear to him that he's done yet another night with you that has left you unsatisfied, or do you try to boost his confidence? How do you deal with the fact that you're unsatisfied when you have sex with your husband and he's clearly done nothing for you? Do you have this look of disappointment written all over your face and you share it with him verbally, or you try to hide it? What do you do?
Well, I have talked to him about it a couple of times, and he'll say, okay, I need to...
Like I care.
...more things, but then he doesn't.
So you've made it very abundantly clear that you are an unsatisfied sexually unsatisfied wife, and you're hoping that he will try a little bit harder. And is it a situation where he could care less when you tell him these things, or he just doesn't have the goods? He just doesn't have the ability to change it up, even though he's trying? What's more the situation? Is he try? He said he doesn't really try anymore.
No, he doesn't.
But does he not? But does he not try anymore because he knows he'll be ineffective? Does he knows there's no point in trying, or he just doesn't care?
I don't know what it is with him. He gives me silly excuses. Like the big issue with us was oral sex, and he stopped doing it for a long time, and he would give me silly excuses.
Who the hell gives their wife oral sex?
Wow. Really?
You got to blink your wife blank.
Well, then why would the wife want to,
Because it's a completely different situation, Terry.
Well, not from a woman's perspective.
Takes a lot. You have to be drunk. It takes a lot.
I give him oral sex.
That's completely different.
I wouldn't then.
And a lot of wives don't, by the way. A lot of men have to tolerate the fact that, especially after a woman has kids, he tends to decide that oral sex is off the table. You hear that a lot.
True.
But
he needs to know that I'm going to go somewhere else then, because even before we got married, I told him
don't fire back at me. When I tell you that there's no reason a man who's married should be giving his wife oral sex, don't fire back at me that, I give it to him. Wives love giving oral sex.
Oh, so much.
Completely different story.
Just love it.
And the ones who don't, as I said, take it off the table, and guys accept it as part of marriage.
Well,
listen to her. Her husband's not giving her oral sex. This is what I'm hearing. Her husband's not giving her oral sex, so she's going to go cheating on him, Terry. Well, what husband does she think she's going to be able to corral that's going to give her oral sex after 4 years of marriage? Good luck finding that guy. Good luck.
What, she wants it regularly?
You want regular oral sex from a husband you've been with 4 years?
That's not what she's asking for.
And where do you want it? Fantasyland?
Wow.
A lot of guys don't even have regular bowel movements. We can't even get that in check. All right, I'm going to give you that. Come on.
All she wants is to be reciprocated every once in a while. She's not asking for every single day.
How often do you give your husband a complimentary Hummer? As opposed to having him pay for it?
Okay, like twice a month.
Twice a month you will give him oral sex. And you would like him to give you oral sex once a month, twice a month, what?
At least as much as I do, yeah.
What?
That's not a lot.
What if we'd sign you up?
Not a lot.
No, it's not, girl. It's not a lot.
Would you sign up right now for once a year? Would you sign on the?
He did it every time.
Well, you were dating. He kind of liked you then. Would you sign up right now if I put the contract in front of you? Would you sign up for once a year him giving you oral sex?
No.
You would. That's not acceptable.
That's not.
Right, hang on the line.
How about every 6 months?
Do you have kids with this man?
No.
Do you have kids with this man?
We do. We have 2 daughters.
Oh, my goodness. 2 daughters, and he's expected to go below the equator and start munching carpet.
Really?
Is she nuts?
Maybe
Really?
caught a little glimpse of something in the waiting room, or I mean in the delivery room, or what?
Then some, and he's got little daughters down the hall.
Yeah.
Wow, is that what he's...
You guys get the room over.
Oh, boy.
Daddy's taking care of Mommy's needs.
Boy, your lips are chapped
You
out.
better find someone as good as me.
Oh, my God.
When you girls get older.
Did you fall down the driveway or
Are
something?
you serious? Is this lady for real, Terry? She's going to cheat on her husband because after 4 years and 2 daughters, he's not giving her oral sex
Well,
on a
didn't you
regular
even make
basis?
the statement that, when women cheat, they're missing something, right? So...
Right.
And
it's not because I don't love
I
him,
understand.
and it's not because I'm not happy in other areas. It's because
This
I'm
qualifies as something that she's missing.
But the thing is that when she goes to him and she has a conversation with him, and he doesn't want, and she tries to let him know,
I got to take a break.
From what? From what?
From life. Okay. Hang on the line, Beverly, all right? Hang on. Or I'm not... You have time to hang on? Beverly?
Yeah.
You do have time. Okay, hang on. Okay. Get back to this ridiculous expectation-filled butt, Terry, right after these words.
Which ones?
These ones we're doing right over here.
The T-Man Show.
Have you really signed up for that?
yes, on my license.
Really? Every organ possible you've checked off?
Every healthy organ.
Once I die, I'm ready and able and willing to hand over all my working organs to whoever needs them?
Yes.
Wow.
There's something Terry knows about. It's a healthy organ.
I do.
Terry has handled a healthy organ.
You don't have one.
Oh, jeez.
All right, fine. Take a shot.
Well, I guess you must have some first-hand knowledge of his organ status.
Sure.
But back to the initial bit of intrigue I had here. Every organ you're giving up?
Yeah.
That is the right move, by the way. That is
Seriously.
very much the right move. There's no two ways about it, and yet I can't do it.
But what do you care when you're dead?
Right, and then burn me to a
I
crisp.
can't have
and-
someone taking out my heart. It's going to be like, ow!
Well, you're not going to feel it.
I know I won't feel anything, but I may.
They don't do it like Mortal Kombat.
Even though I'm...
Slice here.
Even though the body is cold and I'm nothing but a big stiff, Terry, and I still feel like it's going to be weird to have someone standing over me and pulling my heart out.
Yeah, but I'm sure they surgically take it out.
I'm sure they do.
Guys get enough of that and they're married. Rip my heart out.
His heart's the size of the Grinch's. We don't need this.
4 sizes are too small and didn't have the ending where it grew to its normal size. Oh, we won't be needing this one. Disposal!
Do you have a playlist of songs you want played at your funeral?
I don't think I've really considered the playlist yet.
I got a whole playlist.
You do?
Yes. You don't have songs you want played?
There's no easy way out.
Yeah, there is now. How about Cold as Ice? No, I mean, really, you don't have like a playlist of favorite songs you want played at your funeral?
Well, that'll be the keg we're tapping at your funeral. But anyway.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. So that, as I said, Terry, there's only one way to go, and your way is the right way, and yet I can't do the right thing. I've not checked off my license to be like a heart donor and stuff, because I just feel like, ow! And then the thought of someone like having my heart, you don't want that. You don't want my organs.
But if it's a positive thing, yes.
My weirdness, Terry.
But they're not going to take it if you die at 80.
And you definitely don't want my liver.
Yeah, trust me, my kidneys and liver and all that.
All right. Now back to Beverly. Here's Beverly, a married woman, 4 years in.
Yes.
And she's thinking of cheating on her husband because he won't go below the equator, basically, is what she's telling us. Jeez. Because he won't nibble on the Maisie, Terry.
Wow.
She feels she's justified. Do you believe this crap? This sense of entitlement is unreal. I'm entitled to go cheating on my husband because he won't go down below yo-ho.
Well...
Why don't I feel like I heard that somewhere? And I've heard that below yo-ho.
Yeah, I don't know what are you, a pirate?
I heard it from some like movie or something, some pirate movie.
Yeah, it's like a pirate or something.
Yeah. Beverly!
So not vacationing to South America then, below the equator, right?
No, that's not what I'm talking about here. Although that'd be nice this time of year or any time of year. Anyway, except during hurricane season, which is right around now. Anyhow, Beverly. Beverly?
Yes.
You are legitimately considering cheating on your husband. He has no knowledge of this, but you're sharing this with us. We have to talk her down from the cheating ledge here, Terry. And why?
There's another issue,
another issue?
I asked you clearly, are there any other issues? Are there any other things on the checklist that are unsatisfied, any other voids in your marriage? You said no. Don't hit me now with another issue you just thought of.
No, it has to do with sex. I mean, when it comes
All right, hold on. Let's just stick with this one first. She made it very clear. She's very bothered by the fact that she will give him oral sex and he is not interested in reciprocating. Okay. Do you think the average married man, Terry Free, I'll ask you this question. Do you think the average married man is sucking on their wives Ford Taurus? Yes or no?
Is that how we're going to refer to it?
Well, it's the only way I can do it and get away with it. Do you think
it's a clinical term
that the average man is the average married man?
Average married man.
Few years
Who's
deep
happy?
into his marriage.
Like, how often?
Well,
like more than once every 6 months. Yeah, I mean, the guys are willing.
Well, I think they're doing it, yes. To answer your question, yes, I think the average married guy is doing it. How often, I don't know. I mean, probably not as often as maybe the woman wants it.
You gotta do that on request in your marriage. You think men are doing that on request? You do it if you feel like you want it, and you say, hey, hun, I'm in the mood for whatever reason. You want me to...
I think sometimes they do it for a little bit of both. I mean, we get calls all the time about, the monotony in the relationship.
I haven't heard you
spice it up. I
haven't heard Soapbox Terry get outraged. This woman is considering going out and cheating on her husband because he's not going below the equator, Terry.
I'm not all for the whole cheating thing.
Because I would point out to you, do you want your husband to feel justified? Because you've got to put it on the record that you will not give up the Steiner, right or wrong?
Correct.
You will not give up the Steiner.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Really?
I will not.
He will not allow anal passage to the man you love.
No.
So, obviously, there are certain things in your marriage you're unwilling to do. Well, if you're going to write the blank check of, if this woman is not getting it, she's got to get it somewhere. Well, your husband has got to get the Steiner somewhere. There's going to be someone who's going to get a ticket later today that'll be more than willing to give up the Steiner, Terry.
Yeah, I can throw this ticket away.
Do you want him to have the right and feel justified? Do you want your husband to feel justified?
You guys are so retarded.
In getting it somewhere because he's not getting it from you?
By the way,
now all of a sudden we're
guys,
retarded.
No, not all guys. By the way, not all guys are into doing their woman in the Steiner.
Name one.
Seriously.
Name one. No.
If you say it's justifiable.
So you think all men are into the Steiner over anything else?
Please.
Well then,
towards the end of the week, the voice.
Well then, go find Kay's phone operator and he'll put it in. Let you do the Steiner. He wants to be the bottom.
Seatbelt makes, but I don't put it on.
Doesn't do it for me. Sorry. If you feel
why?
Because I'm not
a man.
Homosexual. Okay. If you feel,
but you want to do your woman in the Steiner.
Yes.
Every so often.
So if you just put somebody's Steiner up there because you're...
Let me ask this question.
Might be the dumbest argument you've ever made.
If you feel it's justifiable...
it's not. To me...
And that's saying a lot. If you feel it's justifiable...
I don't think cheating is justifiable at all, period, by the way.
Can I finish this thought? If you feel it's justifiable, if you have not gone into your outrage mode, which you tend to do when guys call up talking about cheating on their women, if you have not hit that Terry Free button that you seem to be able to hit so frequently when guys call up talking about cheating, if you then feel it's justifiable for this woman to consider going out and cheating, and she rationalizes it all, well, I'm not getting oral sex with my husband, so I got to find it somewhere, well, then I hope you're prepared to be cheated on as a wife because you have laid it out very clear that there's an exit-only policy on your anus. I would like a comment now. From you. Now you can speak.
Really?
Yes, you can.
He gives you permission.
That's all you got to say is really?
First of all...
Oh, God. I only need one thing. I don't need second of alls. I don't need third of alls.
I let you go ahead and, you gave me a lot of stuff to comment on. And no, I don't justify her cheating. I don't think she should cheat at all. I'm not all for that. You know that.
Is that a non-wavering policy, by the way?
I was being pretty much a smart ass when I said, she's missing something, because when we talked about the whole promiscuity gene yesterday, you said, it's just typical Amanda. Anyway.
Sure, it's clinical. It's biological. Anyway.
But the thing is that everybody... Plain and simple. Cheating people do it because they want to.
Is your policy completely unwavering, Terry?
Unwavering.
Yes,
they do. They cheat because they want to.
Is your restrictions...
That's her excuse.
Is your restrictions to the...
No, none, zero, cavity? Totally closed.
Completely across the board?
Only. Yes.
There's nothing ever that could happen in the world?
No fingers, nothing.
Take it
Settle
It's a family
down.
show. Can you please?
What about one knuckle deep?
Pull it.
Settle down. How about some soft caressing? Nothing? Beverly?
Quite honestly,
Beverly.
I really have issues with guys who have obsession about being able to do it in the Steiner.
No one said it was an obsession,
Don't lick that
Jerry.
finger when
You guys, it's a requirement. So how often do you do your wife in the Steiner?
What about a thermometer, Jerry?
My wife loves it.
Does she?
I just have Asian. Sorry, I love generalizations.
Listen to me.
How often do you do
Beverly,
your wife in the Steiner?
Twice a day.
Beverly.
Ew.
Beverly.
My wife hasn't sat in weeks.
And I do it 3 times a day. Beverly.
Yeah.
How close are you to cheating on this husband of yours? When do you think this could actually realistically happen? Is it possible? Is there a scenario I could present or that could be presented that, like, this time next month you will have absolutely actually cheated on your husband?
Yeah.
But you want to because
it's that close,
a choice.
Terry.
It's a choice
Yeah,
for
she's
her.
making the choice.
Right. But she's
truthfully,
using the excuse of the whole thing.
Is it a get even thing? My husband seems to be showing a lack of interest in having sex with me, so I'll show him.
No, it's not a get even thing. I mean, I don't want to have to go out and sleep with somebody else.
You made me do this.
That's right.
But no, and it's not that he made me do it. I mean, I take responsibility for my actions, and if I was to go out and
That I'm
cheat,
about
that would
to do.
be on me.
It's going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you.
But it's worth the sacrifice to you.
Especially
Your
the Steiner.
marriage, your all that is worth the sacrifice.
Is it that
all
important?
because you didn't get
Satisfied
Satisfied
on a regular basis
orally.
lately.
Orally.
No, not just orally. No, it's overall sexual. But she
But the
threw
oral
in,
thing is the biggest thing.
No, she didn't say it's the biggest
like
thing.
selfish of
She
her, kind of.
throws that as a symptom of his lack of caring. That he has no interest after she's requested it many times. He has no interest whatsoever in doing that, knowing that she's an unsatisfied woman. He knows she's unsatisfied. He's not trying to do things that will help her along. Is her point?
She really requested.
Yeah, he started sacrificing our marriage when he decided that wasn't important enough for him to satisfy.
Not exactly a sacrifice of your marriage. That's a little dramatic for you to be saying, Beverly.
You think?
But
again, it's her excuse. She needs that excuse to justify.
Are you going to try to get away?
choice.
If you do it, are you going to try to get away with it, or are you going to tell him about it?
I know I would get away with it.
Are you going to try to get away with it? Are you going to try to cover it up? Are you going to do all the things necessary so that he doesn't find out? Or are you at the point where you're going to let him know?
I think I would. No,
Why?
I would cover it up.
You're going to try to get away with it. You're not going to use it as, well, I hope this is a wake-up call to you. I went out and cheated on you. So you better start doing the things I request from this day forward. And these things will not happen again in the future.
No, because then there would be a whole slew of problems.
You're going to try to get away with it.
But it's worth the risk. You've already decided that.
Do you have a guy on your radar that you're targeting as the person you're going to be cheating with, or no?
No.
You have no one. I don't know if I believe that. There's not someone somewhere on your radar that you're thinking, okay, if I actually do get to the 100%, I'm going to do this thing. I'm looking for this guy. There's nobody. Come on.
She's trying to
Don't lie to me, Beverly. I'm not going to ask you who it is. Just tell me yes or no. Is there somebody in your mind that you've seen recently that you have the thoughts of rolling up on and making the cheating move on when you actually get 100% decided that you're going to do this?
His name's the T-Man.
Well, then cheat away! Oh, man, I'll never come up for air.
Oh, man. You're going to have a snorkel in your mouth, aren't you?
I will go down for the weekend with my Bose headset on, and I will munch away like there's no tomorrow. Beverly.
Oh, my God.
Do you have a guy in mind? Don't lie. Yes or no?
Yes.
Freaking liar. I knew she was lying.
I know. And so
do I know
really,
when my callers are
you
lying to
do.
me? Do I
You
know
do.
when my listeners are lying to me?
Just trying to justify it.
She is. I've been saying that the whole time.
You didn't say it for another guy.
All right, who is it?
Pick the name.
It's his brother.
It's just because it's somebody different. It's not necessarily because he's like cute or I think that he's better.
Whatever.
Does he know that you are like this close to screwing him and cheating on your husband with him? Does he have? He must have an instinct, right?
I did it last night, T-Man. I got to
So what if this guy doesn't do the oral thing with you?
If you love the oral thing so much, why don't you cheat on your husband with a woman? That could be more justifiable if you get caught.
Oh, because I
love men.
Sing in high school and they're too much drama.
How old are you now?
27.
and you got 2 daughters, and you're this close. Look at my fingers, Terry. You're this close. That's my husband's strong. You're this. Is your husband underwhelming? Is he undersized with a speckle or what?
Yes.
He has an undersized speckle.
But you knew that before you got married.
How many inches deep does it? What are we talking about here? What's your husband? For those just turning on the radios right now, what's your husband packing, Beverly? All right.
The sex was satisfying before we got married.
What is he packing? What is he packing? How large or small? What are we talking about here? Are we talking more than 5 inches, less than 5 inches?
Maybe right around 5.
Yeah, I ain't doing it. Right around 5.
For her, you mean? Or I mean, for some women.
They say the average man is
only
5.5. But I think.
But it's also, wet.
I wonder if this chick likes
girth.
Girth. And if it's curved up, that's a bonus too, right?
I guess so. Yeah, I've heard that.
Is it curved down?
No, I mean,
to the side or whatever.
Some guys come straight out like an arrow.
Yes.
And some guys are curved.
That is true.
I don't know about curved, but angled up.
I've seen that a lot on video. I'm thinking, man, I've never seen more of that. You haven't seen them in all the videos?
Not curved up. I've curved.
Like it curves, like a boomerang.
Like a banana?
Like a banana, yeah.
I've seen angled up.
I gotta think. I don't have one of those. I gotta think that does a lot for a woman.
Curving up?
Not curving to the point where you can't even get it in, like it's a right angle kind of thing, but like a little. Jeez. Is that a good thing, Terry? I'm assuming.
I think for some women, yeah.
Speaks for all women. Yeah. I'm thinking that's got to help out.
Because it gets to where it needs to go.
Spots.
Yeah, right. Sure.
But then again, that guy can't hit other spots. So, you need 2 guys.
Same time? A little DP never hurt anybody.
Beverly.
Yeah.
Aren't you going to be filled with...
Oh, yeah, she'll be filled.
Oh,
you wait till lunch.
Aren't you going to be filled with regret/guilt if you actually, finally, once and for all, after all this time of being faithful to your husband, actually go out and cheat? You might even be the type that once it's actually happening, when you're in the middle of the act, one of these cheating wives that starts crying in the middle of sex.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's possible. Or you could be going, yeah!
No, that's probably more likely.
Finally, something to work with here. Oh, it feels good.
I don't know what my alternative is, because I've talked to you about it several times, and nothing has changed. And so I don't know what my alternative is.
All right. Well, some other callers are calling in to comment on your situation. You want to take some extraneous listener calls that would like to say a word or two to you? Okay, good. Carrie, you're on the air.
Good.
Carrie. Carrie, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, Carrie. Did you say you have to go, Beverly?
Yeah.
No, you can't go. No, not yet. You got to hear some thoughts from some people. You can't throw this all on us. Now we're invested in your situation too deep. Carrie, yes, Carrie.
Yes.
You have a comment for Beverly.
Yes. Well, first of all, in order for a guy to go down, your thing got to be clean and it got to smell good.
Whoa!
Gosh,
if it doesn't
that's
smell,
why she takes the Zamboni to it
it's
every
not
day.
going to go down on you, and that's point blank. If it doesn't smell good, he's not going to go down.
I don't think that's a problem.
I think what Carrie is alluding to is maybe you're a smelly, fishy.
Are you too loose?
Oh, geez.
Okay, all right.
I've been married. I don't even have sex enough to be loose.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem that you're going to have to handle yourself.
All right, anything else?
How is it a personal problem?
You're hiding your personal problem.
I'm not the one who's not doing something.
Well, you need to put him in check. If that's your husband, you need to put him in check. But you got to lay it down to him. Like, hey, you know what? You're not satisfied. You're not satisfying me enough.
She says she's done that in a matter of speaking. She's made it clear. She's not hiding it. She's actually had this conversation more than one time with him that he's not satisfying her. What else does she have to do?
And he goes, so?
Get a dildo.
Whoa,
she married one.
She wishes. OB, you're on the air, OB. What can I do for you, OB?
OB.
What's up, man?
What's up, OB?
Man, yeah, that last woman you guys are talking about, evil. She's going to go and cheat on her husband like that.
Well, I got Beverly on the line with you. What do you want to say to Beverly there, OB?
Her hygiene could most definitely be the issue. Because I'll tell you what, I deal with my wife. I go down and take care of business. Feel me?
See, there's a married man speaking up. Handling business.
Tim has been married
I guarantee you, it is not my freaking hygiene. Okay, I take a shower every day.
Yes, she is.
Doesn't always help.
It's not.
If you're naturally smelly, it won't really help.
Smelly.
Some women are just naturally smelly, and some women aren't. And so you can take all the showers in the world. You can shower till you're blue in the face and blue in the butt, and it ain't going to help.
Chemical inside biological thing.
There's a biological little set of chromosomes or little neurons and electrons and DNA in your butt that is all coming out when it's all said and done in some smelly formation.
I
believe that, Terry.
When I'm doing it for my husband and it smells like sweat and must.
You do it for him when it's like that?
I've been with enough odorless and smelly women to be able to come to the conclusion, Terry, that I don't think that the ones that are more smelly really are less hygiene-oriented. I don't think the ones that have a more pungent type situation just shower less. I just think some women are and some women aren't.
They're pheromones.
It's like luck of the draw.
Chemical reaction.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I mean, if it was that, I've actually asked him if it was that, and he said no. So if he's lying,
whatever, you never asked that. Tim, you're on the air. Hello, Tim.
No way.
You don't want to hear the
what's up, Tim?
That's right. Yeah, it's horrible.
Go ahead, Tim.
Holy crap, I'm out. Thanks for asking.
Yes, Tim. What do you want to say, Tim?
Wow.
I know what Tim wants to say. Tim wants to say he's been married longer than Beverly, and he gives his wife oral satisfaction on a regular basis.
Every time.
What a hero.
And then he's the second married man.
time.
There you go. You're asking.
Every time they have sex, he makes sure to do what needs to be done in the oral fashion.
If you want to keep him around, you got to keep him satisfied.
If that's what's necessary to keep him around, well then, free passage.
I thought it was the whole Steiner thing.
You need to call my husband and talk to him.
Okay, let's do that. Tim, hang on.
Let's
We're gonna
call
have
his
Tim
husband.
Do you really want Tim to call your husband, Beverly?
Come on.
I'll call your husband.
Because we'll do that right now. Why don't you give us your husband's number, and Tim can call your husband and tell him what needs to be said and set the record straight. Beverly, do you want to give us your husband's number? Why do I feel like the answer's going to be no?
I mean,
I go down there at least once, if not 2 or 3 times.
Why don't I just get I sense that Tim is not going to be so persuasive with Beverly's husband. And is Beverly your real name, Beverly?
Of course not.
I was going to say, I didn't meet a lot of Beverlys in their 20s.
Tim?
Yeah.
Why do I think it'll be oh so comical when your wife cheats on you anyway in less than a year?
All he does is go down on me. I'm just sick of
it. Good luck to you, Tim. Well done. Nice job. Every time.
Well, there you go.
Every time. It's like watching a porno. They start out with this, they go to that.
Fast forward. Next
Fast forward.
My wife catches me.
Time to clean up.
Catches you.
That's fine.
What's that, Beverly?
I said, I bet you Tim's wife has some sort of odor, but he still does it because he wants to.
Oh, now he works through the odor. And your husband can't. I thought you didn't have an odor, Beverly. Okay, listen. We've had enough comments. We've had enough commentary. It's now time to figure out Beverly's next move. She has a good husband who she's bore 2 children with, Terry. Yes. They've had a good marriage, 4 years running. The only area of trouble in their marriage is she's an unsatisfied sexual beast out there, Terry, that needs to be satisfied. She's very strongly contemplating cheating on him behind his back. She is this close from doing it, Terry. She finds no hope left in her husband's ability to satisfy her. So she's going to start a life of deceit and cheating. Once she starts, she may not be able to stop, and even if she can stop, she has to be aware she may be filled with guilt and regret. So what is the final words we need to tell Beverly? You are perfectly within your right to do so. We wish you well. Or, Beverly...
It's really not worth the sacrifice.
I'm going to leave it to you, Terry.
Really, it's not. Just, if you're so unsatisfied and unhappy, then get out of the marriage before you cheat.
Oh, that's nice for his daughters to have to hear.
What would you rather have? Her cheat on him? Why? Be honest about it.
How about work with him? How about a little tolerance?
She claims she has, but you know what? Again, she's already made up her mind. Why not be honest and just, be good and don't cheat on him and any of that stuff. Just get out of the marriage.
Terry. She's already 3/4 of the way there. There's only a couple of steps left to be taken. She's already got the guy in mind. She's probably just justifying it by talking about how bad he is. She's just really horned up, and she's found a guy who looks all hot, and she wants to start screwing him. So this is her rationale.
And it's sad.
No.
It's sad.
Oh, I forgot. You're so unsatisfied. We feel for you. Listen, no one wants to be an unsatisfied sexual person, but...
I don't mind.
Hotshot doesn't mind.
No, I don't mind.
But, I don't know. I don't know how to end this call, Terry. I don't want to sit here...
She's going to do what she's going to do.
I don't want to sit here lecturing her. I don't want to sit here telling her what to do. I just hope if she does cheat on him, she'll call us back with all the details. Tell us how great this guy was. This new guy did it all. What a carnival of sexual fun.
I will. You know what? I listen to you guys every day, and I'll definitely call you with an update.
See, that's
she's doing
sad.
it. Done.
That's sad to me.
Mm-hmm. How quick do you think you can get this done?
How quick will I cheat on him?
How much longer is it going to...
Hey, let's just call him right now and set it up.
I mean, how much more contemplating is really required here? You pretty much have made the decision, so it's just about the mechanics of it now, right?
I just need to find someone.
You already have somebody.
Where are you calling from again?
Alamo.
Is that a fake city? You gave us a fake name. Is that a fake city?
No,
that's really... No, I know it's a real city, but I mean, are you really calling... Are you really telling us the city that you're actually in? Are you making up this?
Well, no, I live in Alamo. I'm not in Alamo right now.
All right.
That's all we were asking.
Well, I'm just wondering how inspired and how many calls we're going to get now from Alamo guys. Oh, jeez. She sounds like she's pretty hot,
I think there's a lot of unsatisfied wives in Alamo.
Well, listen to the thought of guys calling for her. She loves it.
Yes,
all excited.
absolutely.
She's all horny. Yep. She's just trying to come up with an excuse why she's being a bad wife.
Mm-hmm. Hey, he's too small. I'm out of here.
Really? Guys are going to call like that like crazy, T-Man?
Loves it.
No.
Despicable!
Well, she does or does not take it in the Steiner? What do we decide?
Hey, Mommy.
Does she take it in the Steiner?
Yeah.
Oh, of course she takes it in the Steiner. Absolutely. She can't wait. I mean, her husband may not be interested, but she takes it in all orifices.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I just wonder, do you think maybe I should ask him
Orifice max.
if I go out and cheat on him, I mean, what is he going to do?
He probably wouldn't even care. The way you describe him.
He's like, go ahead, honey, because I've been cheating on you for years.
Do what you need to do. Yeah.
That is something that she has to realize, that there's a possibility he could already have been stepping out on her.
You ever think he's cheated on you?
I seriously doubt that.
Because you're satisfied all the time.
There's always the possibility.
Well, there you go.
But I doubt it.
Mm-hmm. Is he a lot older than you?
I
Younger
don't
than you?
think he's unsatisfied. I think he's very satisfied.
Is he a handsome guy?
Huh?
Is he a handsome man or what?
Yeah.
Your age or what?
He's a little older. He's in his 30s.
How much older than you?
8 years.
8 years older?
Yeah.
Well, therein lies the problem. He's 35.
He's worn out.
Yeah, he's done.
Gosh.
Well, Beverly, you're going to have to keep us, how you say, posted.
Definitely.
Take care, my love.
Okay, you guys take care, too.
You enjoy that frivolous, extraneous, extramarital affair of yours, okay?
I will.
You get it done there, Beverly. Take care.
Okay.
You good looking? You hot? What's the story?
Of course.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not.
All right. Leave it alone. We get it. Have fun with your cheating.
Alone is
Go
right.
enjoy the cheating. Just leave it at that, man.
Hey.
I mean, and it's supposed to go down on that? Please. Shut up. I like Beverly Terry, but I think she's like enjoying all this.
Oh, absolutely she is.
She's not a woman who's calling, I'm at the end of my rope kind of thing. I didn't feel that at all. I didn't feel, I have no other place to turn. This is killing me. Right. She's loving it. Thank heavens you don't go down on me so now I can go cheat on his dumb ass.
Some poor guy at his job right now has no idea.
It's Hurricane Beverly about to roll on in.
Yeah.
And she's going to take out all her sexual aggression on some lucky customer. Let's form a line now.
The T-Man Show.
Look at Dog Steiner in here. How are you?
Wow. Nice.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Everything good?
Everything.
Very small room, Terry.
Okay.
We do the show out of a little walk-in closet.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm
I
good.
already asked.
You did, and you?
I was fine.
All right.
I also need a nail clipper. Anyone got a nail clipper?
Not
Come on, pull one out, somebody.
Oh, yes, there you
might
go.
have one in my car.
Really?
I have a hedge clipper.
Hedge clipper will work.
There you go.
Use it for Terry's
Hand it
butt.
over. Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Well,
Jeez.
I don't
Hangnail?
I don't desperately need it. No, if I had a hangnail, I would actually make you go to your car.
Get it?
I just need a little clip of the. Yeah.
All right.
But it's nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
What's going on?
Not a whole lot.
Everything's good.
Everything's no complaints. Everything's
Getting
good.
ready for a big-ass football weekend or what? You got USC against Ohio State tomorrow? Are you kidding me?
That'll be a goodie.
Is it bowl season already or what?
Great game.
Man. But their top running back for state ain't going to be joining in or what? All right. Well,
he's a good one.
Yes. They always produce him like it's a factory over there, but I don't know. I think it's going to be the same situation either way. USC.
Crushing him.
Just a little too much for them at home. Is that where they're playing? They're playing Cal or what? Southern Cal?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, a day later, your National Football League gets handed the baton. I said, the National Football League.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this.
What's that?
The odds makers, the line setter, the line setters in Las Vegas.
Yes, sir.
Seem to really like the Seahawks, but the bettors in Vegas don't agree. The bettors in Las Vegas don't seem to like the Seattle Seahawks very much against the San Francisco 49ers. Maybe you've heard of these teams, Terry? Because I don't think I've ever seen a line. I know this is very interesting to you. A betting line move as much as this one has.
Really? What did it start out at?
Professional Football League. You know, NFL lines don't move 2.5 points like this one has.
That's a big move.
That's as big as it gets.
Where did it start?
It started out at 9.5. It's now at 7. So granted, Terry, it's still a touchdown.
Got it.
But it's moved 2.5 points.
2.5.
It's like everyone who is betting in Las Vegas on this game is taking the Niners and taking the points. Let me put it this way. If the Seahawks win by 10 points or more, Las Vegas gets a lot richer.
They're saying
this is the biggest rooting interest for Las Vegas. If you're a casino, if you're a sports book in Las Vegas,
right.
The game you're rooting the most for
is this one?
As a business,
really,
in Las Vegas, is that the Seahawks win this game by 10 points or more. Because if the Seahawks don't win this game by 10 points or more, the sports books in Las Vegas are going to lose a lot of money.
Right.
And they're going to make no more money on any other game than this game because the line has moved so much. It seems like everyone who's taken a bet on this game has taken the Niners. But we'll talk more about that later.
All right.
It's too early in the morning.
Yeah.
What do you think the line is for the SC Ohio State game, if you had to guess?
Oh, jeez.
Probably USC by over a touchdown.
11.5.
11.5.
That seems like a lot to me.
It's probably moved since they announced what's his name, Beanie Wells.
Yeah.
He's not going to be playing, probably. I mean, he's doubtful, right?
Yes.
Doubtful means 25% chance or less that he'll be playing.
11.5, though, against Ohio. I mean, Ohio State's still a good team.
Yes, they are.
Seems like a lot to me, T-Man.
But USC could run up the score in the second half. They could, I think that's appropriate.
Really?
I think USC, if I was betting one way or the other, and I wouldn't bet on this game. I would just watch for the enjoyment of the game, believe it or not.
Sure, that's how you like most of your sports, yes.
I would take USC and lay the points.
Really?
That's right.
11.5?
That's right. It's my 3-star special, but my 3-star specials never win.
Wow.
Only my 4- and 5-star specials win, and those are located on my 9-100 a number.
Well, let me dial it up.
Oh, dial it up, Terry. Oh, you got to get can't miss. Run to the race, sprint to the bank.
Really?
Type bets out of my 900 number.
I don't want walk to the bank. I don't want those. You keep those.
You don't want the walk to the bank.
You want sprint.
No. Yes.
You want the sprint top speed. Don't look back.
Hurry now.
Yes. I'm Usain Bolt.
Oh, wow.
On my
Lightning.
Oh, that's my 5+ star special.
Wow.
My Usain Bolt to the bank special, which I'll be giving out later today.
All right.
Only on my 900 number.
The Show.
Oh, what a shame.
Let's stay at LAX for rumor number 2. Hey,
yeah.
It's Jamie Lynn Spears. Or is it?
Jamie Lynn, can you look up at us and give us a smile?
That's false.
Imposter.
Hey, Jamie, how's the baby doing?
Well, I doubt this girl knows how Jamie Lynn's new baby Maddie is doing because this girl is an imposter.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, they put an imposter on the plane or something. You know the story? What happened? Why was there an imposter impersonating Jamie Lynn Spears getting off the freaking plane? Had even the paparazzi confused.
Well, I just know that the Spears family is having a reunion this week, so that's
they're 6
probably...
this month. Yeah. They have a lot of reunions in that family. I noticed they have a lot of potato sack races, a lot of reunions. Try to keep some kind of... Togetherness and normalcy kind of feelings going on there.
So maybe that's why she was getting ready to be on a plane, but for whatever reason, this girl was an imposter. I don't know.
Was she purposely designed to fool the paparazzi, or seems like it?
Seems like it.
Because she had her head down. She was trying to make them believe that she was Jamie Lynn.
Maybe
While
so.
Jamie Lynn slipped out the back door.
Yeah.
Of the plane?
Wow.
That's a long drive.
Back door. If only she'd have thought of that before she got all good and knocked out.
May have helped her.
So the whole reunion is everybody and their kids, and that's so sweet.
Yeah, everybody and their kids. That means everybody, because young and old in the Spears family.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you're out of the womb, it's time to have a kid. There you go. All right. So, all right, Jamie Lynn is going to participate in the big old family reunion. In their family reunions in Los Angeles, or what? Why would you be getting off the plane in Los Angeles for a family reunion? Wouldn't the family reunion be in middle America somewhere, in Nashville, or
wherever they're from, in Louisiana?
Tennessee? Or what?
I don't know.
Maybe that was the distraction. Maybe that was why they had the imposter, because they tipped off the paparazzi that Jamie Lynn was getting off the plane in Los Angeles to get all the cameras rushed around this bogus blonde, while all the while Jamie Lynn was getting on a plane. Why would she do that? She would have already been there. Never mind.
Yeah.
This ain't making any sense.
Well, according...
Sounds like the Spears family to me.
This is from TMZ. It says here that for some reason the police wanted to fool the paparazzi.
Police did?
Yeah, so they got a random woman on that flight who kind of sort of looked like Jamie Lynn and asked her if they could escort her to baggage claim.
So the police had this girl by the elbows and made it seem like they were selling that it was Jamie Lynn.
Yes, they were selling it.
Why are the police dueling with the paparazzi in Los Angeles? Why are they going head-to-head here?
Well, apparently...
were they trying to distract the paparazzi from somebody else? Was that their orders?
Well, yes, from the Spears camp, so to speak. That's what it says here. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ that on Tuesday... Someone from Britney Spears' camp. I know.
Swallow. Wow.
Too much.
Not enjoyed it. That's the best part of the program so far. The Terry Free Swallow has been the highlight of the show thus far.
Hey, not a lot of guys get to experience that.
I enjoyed it.
Now you got the answer, gentlemen.
I think we knew. We already knew.
Goodness.
Didn't need that to confirm it.
Someone from Britney Spears' camp contacted LAX police asking for a security escort. The police understood the call. Britney was flying in Wednesday with Jamie Lynn, her baby, and
I would
Lynn
hope the
Spears.
police have something better to do than to adhere to the requests of the Spears clan.
Well, guess what? They must not, because they adhered to their requests.
This is the real LAPD.
Yes.
This is not like airport security. This is like, wow.
Well, that's what they do, though. They're always around celebrities. It's not out of the realm.
But since you brought up, maybe LA police have other things to do.
I would hope, yeah.
Apparently, there is
we got raped on the other side of the airport.
An internal
investigation. No one's trying to help.
That's a story.
There was what?
There's going to be an internal investigation because
I'll give you an internal investigation, Terry.
The brass is not happy that they did that. So the higher ups,
the wardens. What do you know? The sheriffs. No, the
chiefs.
The police chiefs are disappointed that
they're a little ticked off that
the deputies gave in and were cool with helping out the Spears
escort. Yeah,
with helping out the Spears clan on request.
Right.
The police chiefs were always mean in the 80s in the movies.
So
police chief in Beverly Hills Cop, God, he was scary.
Police chiefs are always either working a side deal. They're always made out to look bad in movies, and not just in the 80s. The only spot I've ever seen a police chief look good ever on TV or movies is General Hospital.
Who was that?
Scorpio.
Oh, Robert Scorpio.
Yeah, he was awesome.
I mean, he was as cool.
He was him and Emma Sams. Oh, when they used to get it on.
I started impersonating his accent in high school.
People thought you were Australian.
That's right.
From Brooklyn.
Right.
Is his name Tristan Rogers?
I think so.
That's the man's name.
How'd I do?
I don't know. I don't want to know, but you nailed it.
Thank you.
And
wow.
People pass me by.
How would you know that?
People pass me by. I was trying to find my place in the world. Senior year of high school. And all girls. People would say, "Hey, how you doing there, Tep?" I say, "All right."
What?
Oh my God.
How'd that work?
That didn't work out.
Tristan, what?
I thought Rogers, maybe.
Yeah, it's Tristan Rogers. That's his name. Yes.
Really?
Absolutely.
Robert Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
He was cool.
Rogers. Try it with a D. Try it without a D, Terry.
Wow,
There are
an official site.
Two spellings for Rogers sometimes. Hey.
There he is.
Yes.
Handsome as ever.
Handsome as ever.
Looking the same as he did?
No, he does not look the same.
No.
But he's handsome. For a 65-year-old.
And he long since has been bumped from General Hospital, right?
Not sure.
And there probably isn't even a plaque. There probably isn't even any kind of little reminder that he was there.
No, there has to be. He was a big star of that show.
Wow, he is looking good.
Hmm? Terry likes the handsome, distinguished older men.
Yeah, those are her peeps now. I always wondered, do 80-year-old guys love 80-year-old women?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Really?
80-year-old guys love Viagra, and then they love 20-year-old strippers. But anyway.
All right. So if you're 65, you're not attracted to a 65-year-old woman?
No, unless you have to be. Anyway. Okay. We all do in this world the best we can, and if we can't do that, we settle for what's next.
All right.
That's how it works.
I think
65-year-old men are into 65-year-old women only if 19-year-old girls are not interested.
That makes sense.
Now, most of the time, I would hope, 19-year-old girls are not interested in 65-year-old guys. But in the one case that clearly a 19-year-old girl was into a 70-year-old man, she did pretty well with that situation. And if you need to know who that was, I don't think you do, but if you need a reminder, I'm talking about the late Anna Nicole Smith.
Did okay for herself.
Did all right.
And he was not 70, by the way.
He was like 80?
He was like 90.
He was like 90?
I think he was, yeah.
All
right. J. Howard Marshall?
Was he 90 at the time they first started really hanging out?
I bet he was 85.
I think he met her at a strip club, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think he was like late 70s at the time.
Oh, really? Late? Well, maybe. Not 70, though.
No, not 70.
70 would have been way less gross than the corpse she was kissing.
Oh, wow.
And he was old.
Would you kiss a billionaire corpse?
Sure.
Would you tongue a billionaire corpse?
Ew.
Well, how much do I get? Half?
Now, of course, take into consideration, you are a man.
I would, yes. For what? For half his money?
Well, would you have intercourse?
Well, what are you asking me here? I need to know. The terms of the deal.
With the corpse while it's still alive like she did.
Right.
I don't know if they had sex, actually. Do you think they ever had sex?
Sure.
Yes.
Wow, Terry's like, yes!
Terry knows how to do
Once.
it.
How do you know once?
I'm just guessing once.
Oh,
at least
come on.
once.
I don't know. Now, what was your question?
No, you had the question.
Oh, no, you had a question.
Oh,
I asked my question. I didn't hear your question. It was, do you get half or something?
Oh, yeah. Do I get half the money for tonguing him?
Well, it's still tied up in legal problems, right? The money still hasn't been distributed.
Well, now that she's buried, I'm sure it's still tied up. Yes. It's probably even more complicated than ever.
You know, really, we were talking about Tristan Rogers and the whole General Hospital thing, and I've been doing major research on him. Wow. And he is still on General Hospital, but the night shift, I guess on SoapNet, they have a spin-off of General Hospital.
It's called General Hospital The Night Shift?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. General Hospital Night Shift.
You are a friend of mine, yes.
And so, but it's on SoapNet, and it's a spin-off.
Wow. Pacey Dave hit us with the info on Anna Nicole Smith. She got married to the old bastard while he was, still in his 80s, but 89 years old. Older than I thought.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, 70 you kind of get away with. 89's preposterous.
What else is going on in the world, Terry?
Oh, well, just want to let you know that there's we talked about Lindsay Lohan and Samantha Ronson, and how Samantha Ronson claims that they're going to be married by the end of the year.
Lero, yes.
Right?
Yes, she's going to be Lero in a matter of months.
She's going to be Mrs. Ronson.
Mrs. Ronson.
Apparently.
A.K.A. Lero. Lero.
And I'm going to find them for you, the pictures of... I think he wants you to find it.
No.
Oh.
Is he for the money and is he for the money and for the show? I always forget.
Okay. Doing double a duty.
Oh, yeah, I'll be doing that during the break.
Anyway, apparently she
I swear I walked into the bathroom before the show and I saw someone in the stall wearing flip-flops and I thought it was you.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I immediately walked out.
A little too early.
I don't need that.
That's probably a good move on your
Who's
part.
wearing flip-flops around this?
Sports guys.
Yeah.
Really? Man.
Shockingly, there's people in this building that would dress worse than I do. And they all work in sports.
They haven't washed their feet in years.
Gross.
They walk around in flip-flops?
Gross. It's not that warm out anymore.
No, it's going to be a pretty hot weekend. But anyway.
Red hot.
Anyway.
Yes.
I'm finding you some pictures of an engagement ring, or what looks to be an engagement ring, on Lindsay Lohan's hand.
Has given to her.
Well, that's our only assumption.
You see on Lindsay Lohan's hand? Lindsay Lohan? Lindsay Lohan. No, actually, that sounds about right.
Hand.
Lindsay Lohan hands. Hey.
Yeah, I know.
Is everything
Just
in a nickname now?
Samantha Ronson, the belief is, gave her an engagement ring. Did she get on one knee?
I don't know.
Get on both now.
We're getting pictures for you. You make the judgment.
Wow. Samantha Ronson took her hard-earned DJ cash.
Yes.
DJ cash.
Oh, yeah.
And
got her a nice little ring. Will you marry me?
And bought her an engagement ring and said, will you marry me? And Lilo said, yes,
apparently.
Indeed. Now, since you're down there, finish the job. Man. Here's a picture of Lindsay with what looks to be an engagement ring. And by the way, Lindsay, in my opinion, has never looked better.
So Samantha is really...
but the guy next to her kind of ruins it.
Well, in this picture, yeah. Man, looks like...
honestly say she's a lipstick lesbian, right?
They don't call her lipstick lesbian, do they?
No, I'm just saying that she would be considered a lipstick lesbian.
Who?
Lindsay.
Oh, Lindsay is not even considered a lesbian in my world, Terry.
Well, if she married a woman, she may have to be.
If she married a woman, then I'd have to change my opinion on that. But until that day happens, she's not even a lesbian. But yes, if she marries, if she does go through with the marriage to Samantha Ronson, then absolutely she's the most prime example, the quintessential Terry lipstick lesbian as there is out there in the world.
Right.
I mean, they can't get more lipstick, they can't get more glamorous in the lesbian world than Lindsay Lohan. That's just my opinion.
Or Gina Gershon, but...
Every time people talk about lipstick lesbian, someone's got to bring out Gina Gershon's name.
I didn't know she was lesbian.
She looks like, Samantha Ronson looks like, what's her face from Boys Don't Cry.
I knew you were going to say that. What's her name? Yeah, Hillary Swank.
Hillary Swank.
Definitely has the prosthetic weenus.
I bet you Samantha Ronson has a little schwank sometimes down between her legs, too.
Samantha Ronson looks like a 13-year-old boy. Mm-hmm. How skinny she is.
Yeah.
A little haircut.
Yeah.
We get it.
You know, if she ever decided to glamour herself out, she's got a face that could actually be... the first time I'm noticing this, Terry, in this picture here. If she grew her hair long, put this picture up on the TManShow.com immediately.
Who, Samantha?
That's right.
Yeah.
Her mom was a big time...
Can we still crank these pictures or what?
Yes.
Oh,
her mom was a big
someone's got to draw some long hair on her. She's got a face that I'm just saying, if she put some girly clothes on, Terry, and she grew her hair out, and she put on some makeup, and she did a couple of hundred other things, she could really be a glamorous-looking lady, but obviously that's not her interest.
Right.
It's like her mom. Her mom's a big-time socialite in the 80s in New York City.
Who is?
Samantha Ronson's mom. Yeah, beautiful.
Very pretty.
Yeah, married.
Female-looking woman.
Used to date all the musicians. She married a guy from Foreigner.
Oh, no wonder she's lashing out against the family.
Yeah.
Well, and her brother, too, is pretty famous, correct?
Yeah, he does something, too.
He's like a big producer.
Big producer
But her mom couldn't be more like womanly and feminine looking. Really glamorous and beautiful.
Wow.
That's why she's lashing out.
I don't know. Anyway.
I'm not you, Mom.
Never wanted to be. And here's the proof.
My black jeans prove it all.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well,
so
the happy couple,
yes,
with Lindsay in this picture that we're going to put up on the TManShow.com. That I'm telling you, if you glammed up Samantha Ronson, she'd be as pretty as any woman out there.
Right.
In this picture, don't think this is the picture where I say Lindsay Lohan looks the best ever, because she kind of looks like she has like the little glass eye look in this picture. So this is not the picture I was referring to where I said Lindsay Lohan looks the best ever.
Okay,
she's kind of got like the way she's kind of smirking. This picture is her eyes kind of rolled up on her.
Okay.
Really?
Yes.
A little walleye-ish?
I just don't want people, every time I make a comment, and then we do something involving the website, then people go and email me saying, how are you saying blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
I just want to put it on record ahead of time. Don't start emailing me saying, how are you saying this is the best Lindsay's ever looked? She looks like dirt.
That still bothers you?
Not that she looks like... No, it doesn't bother me. It's a little annoying.
Okay.
Because I would have to fire back, well, this is not the picture I was talking about.
No matter who you put up there, people are going to rip.
If I put this picture up of Lindsay...
They would still rip it.
Yes.
What are you talking about, T-Man?
Just put this one picture up. Not the other one. Because I'm not sure it's the best ever anyway. Anyhow.
Okay.
So they could be married... by the beginning of 2009.
Yeah, and she will be Mrs. Ronson.
And the engagement ring is a fully diamond-encrusted, heart-shaped engagement ring. And when I say heart-shaped, I'm talking like it almost looks like something you get from the dentist, Terry, but it's real.
Really?
I mean, it has real diamonds in it, I would imagine.
You did so good. No cavities.
Something you pull out of my dentist. Instead of balloons, instead of lollipops, used to open a case of fake rings.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I got a spider ring.
They do that for you?
Yes.
Spider ring is my favorite.
My kids still, they go to the back where there's a drawer, different drawers of all different kinds of
I used to get the French tickler, the little C-ring. I don't know why that was in here. What's this for?
Yeah, coincidentally, I'm sure you have it in right now.
I do, yes.
There you go. It's going to be a hell of a Friday.
The T-Man Show.
Now to London, where the Jonas Brothers caused a fan frenzy. Big surprise at the UK launch of their film Camp Rock.
Music and acting together is definitely our passion.
And it appears their co-star Demi Lovato.
Can they act? Can the Jonas Brothers act or what? Anyone seen Camp Rock?
No.
They can act like fruits.
Yeah, very well.
They got that down.
Awesome.
Oh, my God, perfect.
Come on, you're just jealous. You have the same problem with them as I have with Michael Phelps. There's no indications that they have no interest in all these girls that are just clamoring.
I don't care about
them.
that. I just think their music sucks and they're lame and they're frauds and they're going to be exposed.
Well, as a 33-year-old man, you're not supposed to be loving their music.
Fine.
And they're not frauds, and they don't suck.
Okay, sounds like you're going to their next show.
Maybe. I don't know if I'll be at their next show. I can.
But you're like,
I
you're
can acknowledge that they have talent and not be interested in going to their show
have
anymore.
Talent, but still suck.
If you have talent, your sucking level it's kind of a scale. The more talent is weighed down on the scale, the less suckiness is in play here. Right or wrong?
I guess.
The more talent you have, the less you suck.
Not necessarily.
Worlds of talent, but he sucks.
Right.
It really doesn't go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying?
Well, their style sucks. I mean, maybe he can play guitar good, but their music is just crap.
The fact that they're even playing instruments is a bonus, considering all that's going on these days. Give them some credit.
All right.
What credit is due?
Jonas Brothers kick ass. They rock.
I'm not saying you have to come on board with they kick ass mode, all right?
I really like their skinny jeans they wear.
Oh, God.
They can be somewhere in the middle between sucking and kicking ass, probably leaning more towards, I'm sorry to tell you, kicking ass.
Can't wait till one of them gets caught in an alley with a groupie. Since they have purity rings and they don't do any of that stuff.
They don't.
I thought you said they were gay a few seconds ago.
I didn't say they were gay.
He said called them fruity.
Fruity and gay also goes hand in hand.
Yeah, fruity's a little soft. Just kind of girly and...
Fruit used to be a synonym for gay.
I understand.
You're not using it like that. You're using it as
not gay per se, just a little girly.
But it wouldn't surprise you if one of them was.
I don't care if they're gay. I just think they suck, and I think that I think the whole purity ring thing is just it's a front.
So you're saying heterosexual but femmy?
Yeah. So I think that they're just. It's like Britney when she said she was a virgin. It's the same routine.
At the UK launch of their film Camp Rock.
Music and acting together is definitely our passion.
And
I sound a little femmy right
Very
there.
masculine.
Really?
Hey, 17!
Jesus. Is he?
Camp Rock.
Music and acting together is definitely our passion.
Is that the female co-star? Oh, no, that's one of them.
The oldest one is what, 21? 20?
I don't know, whatever. Please don't quiz us on the Jonas Brothers.
Now to London, where the Jonas Brothers caused a fan frenzy. Big surprise at the UK launch of their film Camp Rock.
Music and acting together is definitely our passion.
And it appears their co-star Demi Lovato has quite a passion for shopping.
I went to Topshop. I spent a ridiculous amount on clothes that my dad's going to be mad at me for.
Which Jonas brother was that?
Oh, yeah, he sounds really hot.
He sounds very masculine. Oh, that was their female co-star. That's what they said. Okay, so this is like Disney Channel stuff or what?
Disney Channel stuff, I believe.
Stake out the Disney Channel to watch Camp Rock. Are they going to have a back-to-back must-see double feature of High School Musical 3 followed by Camp Rock? Because that is a ratings bonanza, don't you know?
I'm sure it will be.
That is like you can't compete in the TV world against the lineup of High School Musical 3 followed by Camp Rock, Terry. I mean, who's going to be watching anything else?
I
know I won't.
Oh, well. Okay.
Did you see the Jonas Brothers perform on the MTV Music Awards? You didn't.
Anytime you ask that question, just it's a good old solid no.
All right. Well, I suggest it'll be replayed about 16 times over the weekend. Mm-hmm. You watch the Jonas Brothers perform on the MTV Music Awards, and perhaps you might start to think that they have the talent level that I'm telling you they have.
I think they might be talented, but I think their music sucks.
They're not. It's not your style. Okay.
Fine. It's not anybody's style. 12-year-old girls.
It's not anyone's style.
It's not my 12-year-old girls.
Okay.
The fact that America loves them.
Terry Lowe pointing out that her 12-year-old girls do not like the Jonas Brothers.
Girls are so urban. Never like the Jonas Brothers.
Okay. Anyway. What else is going on in the world, please? It's a Friday morning. Don't you know? So, that means lots of calls all morning long. So if you have something to say early this morning, if there's anything that's on your mind early on in the 6 o'clock hour, the final minutes of the 6 o'clock hour, I might be able to sneak in a few calls before 7 a.m. What do you got?
Sounds like Tina Fey could be coming back to Saturday Night Live to play.
Has to. It's a must. Everyone who saw Sarah Palin said, oh, that's Tina Fey.
Yes.
Tina Fey could just not only portray her perfectly, but make some of the greatest comedy on Saturday Night Live as Sarah Palin, Terry, because there's so much material right now. I mean, I got to play for you. I have it up on the tmanshow.com, but I got to play for you. Not that it's like some outlandish comments by Matt Damon,
right?
But just the fact that he couldn't control himself and felt the need to comment on Sarah Palin is so funny to me. These actors get so into politics around this time. Every 4 years, actors get so into politics, and they think their influence is going to be so powerful. And when I hear them speak, like I told you yesterday, when Leonardo DiCaprio came out in such solid support for John Kerry 4 years ago, I thought that was it. It was a done deal. Leonardo DiCaprio was like the biggest name in Hollywood at the time. Maybe still is right now. And when he got on board and was seen on all the major networks, CNN and every place where you follow politics, holding hands with John Kerry up in the air, I said, it's over. George W. Bush doesn't have a chance now. But it was not. So we'll have to wait and see if Matt Damon's comments affect anyone as it pertains to Sarah, a W, a Palin, because everyone's middle initial is W. But anyway.
Yeah, so according to Lorne Michaels, he did a little conference call, he had an interview.
Tina Fey will do that for Saturday Night Live. I mean,
I think
she won't do it full time.
They're in talks.
She won't do it full time, but for the fall sweeps, as they call it in TV, until the election, between now and the election, while it's really a hot topic, while it's really...
I'm hungry, thanks.
Salivating it? While it's really still on people's minds in such mass force, because everyone's talking about Sarah Palin. That's all you hear about. Sarah Palin, what do you think? Do you hate her? Do you love her? You can't be middle of the road. You either got to hate the idea of Sarah Palin, or you love the idea of Sarah Palin. You can't be lukewarm. Everyone is talking about Sarah freaking Palin. So Tina Fey, for the next 8 weeks between now and the election, or whatever it is now, 7 weeks, has to make about at least 3 or 4 appearances on Saturday Night Live, and I'm sure she would do that if NBC, who still signs her checks, asked her to do so. That'd be the right thing to do for her. It won't take much time.
She's got loyalty to Lorne Michaels, probably.
Yeah.
All she's got to do... Oh, absolutely. He lost her. All she has to do is do really one skit per week for every other week on Saturday Night Live till the election. It'll be funny as hell.
Yep.
And she looks like... She doesn't even have to get in the costume.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Same glasses, same hairstyle.
Yep.
Don't change a thing. Go. Rob, you're on the air. Good morning, Rob.
T-Man, how are you, sir?
How are you, Rob?
I'm hanging in there. Hey, we heard that Kimbo Slice is going to be fighting Ken Shamrock October 4th.
Ken Shamrock?
Ken Shamrock or Frank Shamrock?
Ken.
Ken, the old...
45.
The one who's like really got the cauliflower ear thing.
No, the guy that was in WWE. Remember a while
He
back?
was in WWE like 10, 15 years ago.
The world's toughest man.
And then he went back, did he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dealt with.
You know what? That's actually not a bad matchup, because if he fought Frank Shamrock, he'd probably lose pretty bad. But fighting Ken Shamrock, that seems like a pretty even kind of tail-of-the-tape situation, because Kimbo Slice ain't no youngster. Kimbo Slice is what? He's about 34 years old. That's why I wanted him against Mike Tyson. I can't imagine Mike Tyson doesn't want to do it. Did anyone think of this besides me? I'm assuming someone started this in the MMA world besides me. Mike Tyson against Kimbo Slice is a can't-miss pay-per-view extravaganza, Terry.
But who knows? Maybe they have tried to get it together, but for whatever reason they can't.
Mike Tyson's not interested, and they offer him $5-10 million that he doesn't have to give. He doesn't have to give 80% to Don King.
Well, he's clean and sober these days. So, who knows?
Is that a done deal? Ken Shamrock against Kimbo Slice?
It is.
When is
MMAJunkie.com.
When is it set for?
Where?
When? When's the fight? What date?
October 4th.
So it's coming up.
Yeah.
October 4th is a pay-per-view? It's got to be pay-per-view, right?
So it's Elite XC. Which
Elite
is
XC, yeah. I know. Okay. Yeah. So Elite XC pay-per-view October 4th. Where am I going to be? In front of my TV.
There you go. It's like the seniors tour, though.
I don't care.
I'm dying to see it.
You know what? I'm dying to see it.
Seniors tour.
I am absolutely doing it. I'm absolutely paying whatever they ask. $100 million? Sign me up.
Wow.
Maybe not. Will, you're on the air. 1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. Will, you're on the air.
Yeah, I think it's interesting how these celebrities are all scared now about when Sarah Palin comes into the picture, where before, when they thought Barack had it in the bag, they were kind of being quiet.
Yeah, Barack did have it in the bag about 2 months ago, and slowly but surely, John McClane, from Die Hard 3.
Oh, yeah, he'd be a great candidate.
This time, it's personal. He is creeping up, and actually, some polls have him nudged ahead of Barack Obama now, and much of the credit is due and owing is headed in the direction of his vice presidential pick, that being the very risky choice of Sarah, a Palin. And I don't know if he's scared of Sarah Palin. Well, he is, I guess, suggesting in his little diatribe here. I have it for you. I'll play it for you, the Matt Damon's comments. I don't think he's really scared, even though that's what he's trying to convey. I think he's just pissed. Yeah, he's pissed that, Barack Obama, who's every liberal's choice. Liberals love Barack Obama, Terry, because he's as liberal as they get in politics right now. They don't get more liberal than Barack Obama. He's one of the very few people that voted against the war. Even Hillary Clinton, at the time when the Iraq War was presented as something that Congress needed to vote on, voted in favor of the war. Barack Obama was one of the few people voting against the war. That is really liberal. At least it was back in 2003 when the war was on the table and up for votes.
Right.
So that's why liberals love. Everyone who hates the war now loves Barack Obama. But
Clinton she was misled a little bit.
Everyone was misled. Right. That's what the Democrats will say when they say, I voted for the war, but they presented me with all this material, but they should have sniffed through that crap. Come on.
Well, if they have weapons of mass destruction, you have to take your chances.
What was this comment that Susan Sarandon made about Pontius Pilate being a governor and Jesus being
Susan Sarandon's an old menopause bag. Who gives a crap what she's saying at this point? Listen, here's what Matt Damon, when he couldn't control, he's doing one of those typical little movie interviews, promoting something that he's working on, and he couldn't help but just go off on what's happening in politics right now. And here, do I have it queued up right? Here.
Cue it up.
Here.
What about there?
There and everywhere is what he said.
I think there's a really good chance that Sarah Palin could be president. And I think that's a really scary thing, because I don't know anything about her. I don't think in 8 weeks I'm going to know anything about her. I know that she was a mayor of a really, really small town, and she's governor of Alaska for less than 2 years. I just don't understand. I think the pick was made for political purposes, but in terms of governance, it's a disaster.
Thank you, Jason.
You do the actuary tables. There's a 1 out of 3 chance, if not more, that McCain doesn't survive his first term, and it'll be President Palin. And it really, we was talking about it earlier. It's
he's got it as a 1 out of 3 chance that John McClane croaks as president in the first 4 years.
Wow, is there a vig on that? I'm taking it.
Oh yeah,
hell yeah, that's a good bet. I'll get 3-1 on McCain dying.
I guess maybe he's just reflecting on statistics that men will, between the ages of 72 and 76, if they're not dead yet, will die. Yeah. There's like a 33% chance that if you make it to 72, that you're going to die before 76.
How old's McCain?
McCain's 72.
72.
That's why I'm saying 72. I didn't just throw that number out of nowhere.
I know, but I thought he was older for some reason.
No, McCain right now is 72. He might be closing in on 73 in the next couple of months, but I know I'm like almost 100% sure that he's 72 right now, and would be the oldest president as far as being initially sworn in.
Right. At the time of being sworn in.
Right. By the end of Ronald Reagan's term, his second term, he was older than McCain is now. But when he was first sworn in, first term, he wasn't nearly as old as, or there was a significant enough difference between 72 and where Reagan was at. So
72 and 80 is a big difference.
Yeah.
So Matt Damon is making sure everyone knows that if you vote for McCain, you're basically voting for President Palin. He's trying to scare everyone into.
But
it's so funny to me. And I don't. No, his
realistic, is it not?
His points, as I said, are hard to argue with, but it's just so funny how upset he is right now. That he couldn't help, but in this typical, it looks like this typical, where you see these actors sitting in a chair with the big poster of their movie behind them, even though you can't see the poster. It's just one of those setups.
This movie sucks 3.
And he just starts going off on Sarah Palin, who he admits he doesn't even know about.
If not more, that McCain doesn't survive his first term, and it'll be President Palin. And it really, we were talking about it earlier. It's like a really bad Disney movie.
He's made a few of those.
Wow, a bad Disney movie?
That's what our world has become, Terry.
Is there such thing?
I didn't think so.
That's what we're all living and breathing right now.
Disney.
I don't think it's hard to argue. We're all involved, and we're all actors in it. Congratulations on being renewed yet again.
I want to be Aladdin.
As far as signing the contract to be in this Disney movie that we're all playing in, it's a bad Disney movie, the fact that Sarah Palin has been given the vice presidential nomination.
The hockey mom, I'm just a hockey mom from Alaska, and she's the president, and it's like she's facing down Vladimir Putin, and, using the folksy stuff she learned at the hockey, rink. It's absurd. It's totally absurd, and I don't understand why more people aren't talking about how absurd it is. It's a really terrifying possibility. The fact that we've gotten this far.
If I was right there, I wouldn't be able to help myself and say, but would you have sex with her?
I know, and that's the thing. Everybody is concentrating all on her.
No, they're not. No one's talking about me. No one's talking about how good looking she looks for her age.
You always see all the... I get
because
emails...
she's so conservative that no one even thinks in those terms when it comes. She's got her 5 kids up there, one with Down syndrome, and I want to do her
pregnant.
so bad.
Oh, but God forbid Miss USA gets drunk, and all of a sudden she's got to go in front of America and apologize for becoming an alcoholic.
I'm missing the connection, but that's all right.
Well, you sit up there and you have the future vice president, supposedly, who, like you said, she's so conservative, yet she's got a pregnant 17-year-old who we've seen pictures of her underage daughter drinking.
But the conservatives see that as like a positive because she's keeping the baby, and they're all going to be happily living ever after. They don't see Jamie Lynn Spears as a bad example of Christian values. They see it as a good example of, you got knocked up, because I don't know if they really truly believe in contraception altogether. So she got knocked up, probably shouldn't have had sex.
Well, really,
age,
I thought conservatives believe that you shouldn't, like you said, shouldn't be having sex.
You keep the baby, unlike 99% of the 16-year-olds who would get in the same situation.
I'd say, who the hell's Ron Johnson?
Well, but it's interesting to me that
she had a brother who looked out for
that's right
her needs. Yes. What's that?
That those conservatives.
You want to hear from Matt Damon or not?
Doesn't sound like it.
Not at all.
I want to hear from Terry Free.
Terry, I see your point. I know where you're going with it.
It's interesting to me that we don't hold our vice president to the same
I don't necessarily disagree with you.
You hit a button.
However, you don't see how they see it.
Hockey mom from Alaska, and she's the president, and it's like she's facing down Vladimir Putin.
At this point in where we've been in the past 8 years, would a hockey mom be such a bad situation in the White House compared to what's been going on in there?
Well, after Bush, he's sort of the backwoods redneck hick that the rest of the world hates. So it might be time for a change.
Mm-hmm. But we were talking about it earlier. It's like a really bad Disney movie. The hockey mom. I'm just a hockey mom from Alaska, and she's the president, and it's like she's facing down Vladimir Putin, and using the folksy stuff she learned at the hockey rink. It's absurd. It's totally absurd.
I want to know what the folksy stuff she learned at the hockey rink is.
Yeah, me too. How do you get that hockey hair so cool?
And Disney put out a statement saying, "I'm sorry, we disagree with Matt Damon. We don't put out any bad movies."
I know.
Well, didn't they do like Cinderella 2? I mean, that's pretty insane. Come on.
Beauty and the Beast 3?
Yeah, they do like sequels now to the classics.
See,
ideas.
I went to, what's the spot where they used to wear the blue aprons, or maybe still do? The place everyone goes, Best Buy. I went to Best Buy to buy, my wife tells me to get Beauty and the Beast. I'm coming back.
The cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I'm coming back from the gym, and Best Buy's on the way, and she hits me up on the cell. Can you bring back Beauty and the Beast? Because he's been good. I don't know why. Anyway, so I go, and I buy the first thing that says Beauty and the Beast. I'm not knowing there are 16 of them or whatever.
Which one did you
get as soon as I hand it off, like 5 minutes later, she's screaming, "You got Beauty and the Beast 3! This is worthless!"
Oh, yeah, see? That's not good.
And I'm like, it can't be that bad. And I'm sitting watching with him, and I'm like, yeah, this sucks. Okay, now I'm sorry I did this to you, but...
You gotta get the one from 1991, I think.
Yeah. Well, they don't have as many of those, believe it or not, like on the shelves as they do Beauty and the Beast 3.
Well, Disney doesn't release them all the time. They're weird.
No,
they're hard to get sometimes.
Yeah, they try to make it exclusive like that.
The Disney Vault
edition.
Because when I thought about it, thinking back on how did I get Beauty and the Beast 3, I looked at the cover, I'm like, that's the only cover of Beauty and the Beast they had.
Yeah. They don't release them. It's bizarre.
Nope.
You can't buy like Little Mermaid right now if you wanted to.
Try to make it so much of a difficult thing to get your hands on, kind of thing.
It's a limited release.
The folksy stuff she learned at the hockey rink. It's absurd. It's totally absurd, and I don't understand why more people aren't talking about it.
So that's what my life has come to, Terry, getting screamed at for buying the wrong Beauty and the Beast. That's where I am right now.
Well, you should know. You should know.
I'm getting hollered at. This is where I am, Terry. You think highly of me? Think again.
Don't ever think highly of me.
Don't ever admire
now
me.
Go back and get the right one.
If anyone out there, not that I'm thinking anyone does, but if there's an off chance that anyone out there has the smallest bit of admiration for me on any level, think again. I'm the guy who's getting screamed at for buying the wrong Beauty and the Beast.
Well,
that's where I'm at.
But then you check your checking account balance and said, who has the last laugh now?
It's totally absurd, and I don't understand why more people aren't talking about how absurd it is. It's a really terrifying possibility. The fact that we've gotten this far and we're that close to this being a reality is crazy. Crazy. Does she really? I need to know if she really thinks dinosaurs were here 4,000 years ago. That's an important. I want to know that. I really do, because she's going to have the nuclear codes. I want to know if she thinks dinosaurs were here 4,000 years ago.
She's really obsessed with these dinosaurs, Terry.
Yeah.
Of all the questions, he claims he doesn't know her very well, but the one question he's obsessing over is the dinosaur thing. It's interesting.
But if she thinks they were here 4,000 years ago.
I understand where he's going with it. The whole fight over whether evolution is really something that took place or poof, human beings showed up on the planet. I get his point, but
she'd be wrong by 159 million years.
Is he going to go out on the limb? Is he going to put on record as if the horrifying situation does actually come into play and Sarah Palin is his vice president, he's going to leave the country?
He should.
If he's this outraged by the thought of Sarah Palin being vice president, who could clearly become president very simply by John McClane croaking, then on November 3rd, or whatever the day after the election is, I think the election is November 2nd or something, right? When's the actual day of the election? Whatever. The day after, is he going to become a resident of France or what?
Maybe we all are.
But after hearing him talk, I think we all agree he is dreamy. I forget. He is, man. Handsome.
November 4th? First Tuesday in November is November 4th? Okay. So on November 5th. Because I almost considered this last time around when Kerry didn't win, Terry. I felt like I was socked in the gut.
Yeah.
But this time I'm more on the fence, to be very honest. I still haven't decided who I'm voting for, if I'm voting at all.
Yeah.
I told you I may stay home and whack off!
Yes.
I like his idea.
Yes, you guys had that discussion. Get more.
I could have been more passionate last time about John Kerry being president, and I think he would have been Well, anyone could have been a hell of a lot better than what has gone on. And
that's the thing.
I think even George W. Bush would admit that he hasn't done the best job. He's kind of a stand-up guy through it all. He's actually a guy who can admit mistakes, and you can almost see in his face that he knows he's screwed up a little bit.
Oh, sure.
He's not trying to profess that he's been a great president. I think he knows that he hasn't done the best job.
How about the worst in history?
And there's something to be said about that. Whether he goes down in history as the worst ever remains to be seen.
Who's been worse?
Well, Herbert Hoover put us into the president. There's a lot of candidates. But anyway.
19% of
he definitely
approval rating?
Is in...
Yeah.
Jesus, bad.
That's bad.
He definitely is on the ballot for one of the worst presidents ever.
Top 3, I'm saying.
And I think...
Oh.
All right. Now,
Chester Arthur was pretty bad. Oh. I don't even know who that is.
Anyone named Chester is good in my book. But anyway. All right. So will he move... Will he leave? Will he flee? Will he turn in his papers, Terry, as a citizen of our country? Will he go that far is what I'm saying. I mean, listen to the man. He sounds outraged.
Right. Well,
it's not going to matter where he lives if she has the key, the codes to the nuclear. If he has nuclear codes, you can't hide from nuclear weapons. Doesn't matter where you live, Matt.
She's going to blast you, Matt.
Probably not safe.
I want to know if she thinks dinosaurs were here 4,000 years ago, or if she banned books or tried to ban books. I mean, we can't have that.
Mm-hmm.
I like books. We can't have that, please. I love to read.
Okay. Well, there it is. That also, what's that buzzing?
What am I hearing?
Okay, that also, if you need to see it again, is up on the tmanshow.com. So he's not like going overboard. He doesn't seem like his eyes are kind of bursting out of his freaking head or anything, but he just couldn't help. He just felt such the need to speak out.
Yeah.
Just kind of funny to me how these actors get so involved every 4 years.
Yeah. Very self-important people.
Yeah. And it'll get even worse probably as it progresses.
It will, no doubt. Sean Penn will pipe up at some point.
Oh, yeah, Sean Penn. Oh, yeah.
It's just the tip of the iceberg.
George Clooney.
Tim Robbins.
This is the first time Matt Damon has ever gotten involved, though. I don't remember Matt Damon being involved 4 years ago when he could have been. He was just as popular then, obviously, as he is now. And he couldn't sit back. Ben Affleck got involved very seriously in John Kerry's camp 4 years ago. He'll be involved again. So you'll always have the typical Sean Penns and the Ben Afflecks and all those dudes. Leonardo DiCaprio will be involved again on some level for Barack Obama. But it just seems like there's some new faces that can't sit back, can't sit on their hands anymore. And one is Matt Damon, one of the most watched YouTube videos in the past 24 hours, by the way.
Even though I kind of agree with him, there's like an air of smugness I just can't stand, though. I can't stand it from celebrities for some reason.
Nick, you're saying I don't even Nick is saying I don't have to pay any money for pay-per-view to watch Kimbo Slice against Ken Shamrock. It's going to be on CBS. Is that right, Nick?
Really?
Wasn't his last one on CBS?
Yeah, CBS has got a little contract with Elite XC for like a bunch of primetime.
Yeah.
They did one, I remember, like a month or so ago.
Yeah, the cauliflower ear routine where the guy got punched in the ear.
Yeah.
Bled like crazy or something?
Mm-hmm. They did Kimbo's last fight.
Yes.
And they got criticized for over-sensationalizing, for over-dramatizing how big Kimbo Slice was.
Oh, the announcers, that's right.
Yeah, Gus Johnson was like, ladies and gentlemen, call your friends, phone the neighbors, you're about to watch a Kimbo Slice fight.
Oh, wow.
It was just like too over the top.
Gus Johnson.
Gus Johnson has a tendency to get a little too flared up with the dramatic little verbiage that he uses as a sports broadcaster. But anyway, so the next fight, they may have a little 3-series kind of contract with Kimbo Slice fights going on. So it's not even going to be on pay-per-view. Everyone gets it free.
Everyone gets it free. They won't be doing any pay-per-view. They split it up halftime with Showtime and CBS, but this fight is definitely going to be on CBS.
So October 3rd, prime time. What day of the week is that? I'm assuming like a Friday or Saturday night, right?
Most likely a Saturday night.
Saturday night, CBS.
They wouldn't put those two bums on pay-per-view, let me tell you.
I think Kimbo Slice, you may want to call him a bum, but sells pay-per-view.
True.
So they could put it on pay-per-view, and they would make decent money. Now, they would make a lot more with Kimbo Slice against Mike Tyson. That's my marquee pay-per-view money grabber.
I would definitely pay $60 for a Tyson Kimbo fight.
Mm-hmm.
Tyson's just too old now. He'll die after one round.
They're both too old, but you gotta say it. He wouldn't die after one round.
He died after like 2 his last fight.
You know the heavy bombs they'd be throwing though? They
They would be dropping bombs.
You don't lose that man strength for punches. I mean, you may lose your stamina.
Yeah,
they'd be sucking wind by the end of the first round.
It'll be a wrestling match by second.
But they'd both be sucking wind. But they could still throw haymakers because that man strength for punches doesn't go away until you're well into your 40s. If you were strong in your late 20s, that man strength. That man strength doesn't go away until well into your 40s.
That's why Foreman won the belt, right, at 40?
Stamina goes bye-bye in your 30s.
Yeah.
Early 30s. You'll be really blowing hard.
Oh, yeah. Terry can relate.
But they're even on that plane.
They might as well bring the oxygen tanks in this fight because those two old men are going to need it.
And Kimbo Slice almost lost the last time he fought on CBS. I mean,
He got gassed in the second, and he'll get gassed again.
Yeah, and the ref was kind of criticized for calling the fight off in the third round or whatever it was, right?
Exactly. It almost looked like someone was getting paid under the table to make Kimbo win.
But dude was bleeding hard from the ear. Who was he fighting? Who was he fighting, Kimbo Slice? Last time around.
I don't remember that.
His ear was busted open. Whoever he was fighting, his ear was busted open, and he was bleeding like it was a fountain, Terry.
He was a tomato can.
My TVR, my TiVo actually didn't catch the end of that fight, so I didn't see it.
I hate
the Comcast people.
It's like the greatest spot of the show, and then all of a sudden you see delete, yes, no.
No.
Like what? Come on!
Oh, the worst.
And my neighbor came across the street. He's like, "Did you catch the end of the fight?" I'm like, "No, you." And he's like, "No."
That reminds me, when are they going to realize NFL games are not 3 hours?
Right.
Please, I'm begging you.
But that's why they say you can,
Stupid.
So if you record it, you got to record the next hour.
Right.
But when are they just going to make it that way anyway? They're not 3 hours.
That's right.
Stop it.
Fair point. Chris, you're on the air. Good morning, Chris.
I'm retired.
What's up, Chris?
What's going on?
How are you, man? What's happening today?
Oh, I'm doing good.
And what's on your mind, my friend? What's happening on Friday?
I just want to comment on that Kimbo fighting. You know what I mean? I used to be fighting Tyson. It generated a lot more money.
I was
him fighting Shamrock. I mean, Shamrock ain't what, and Shamrock ain't nothing. Him fighting Tyson is something.
Well, thanks for the thought. I wish I would have come up with that on my own. But anyway, anything else happening on your Friday, bud, or what?
I'm in electrician school with.
Whoa!
This guy cannot help himself but to throw out all kinds of swear words, and that's really not gonna. As funny as that sounds, to be able to make it on the air, unfortunately.
He'll be a great electrician, though.
Yeah.
Oh, this effing wire ain't working. Shoot. Electrician school.
All right, everyone's fired up for the weekend, obviously.
Don't put your finger here.
Oh, my God.
Because even though we're past Labor Day, the summer continues, and
I still have white pants on.
Everyone, how dare you, everyone is ready for a big weekend, it sounds like. We're fired up. 1-866-663-T-Man. We're going to be taking a lot of calls all morning. If you want to come on, say the F word 16 times, feel free.
Really?
But if you actually want to make it on the air, you may want to keep it a tad cleaner. But anything you want to talk about all morning long, we'll be taking a lot of calls. 1-866-663-T-Man. Back after these words.
The T-Man Show.
Is LC adding author to her laundry list of talents?
Ow.
Yep, it's so true.
Oh, thank you so much for confirming that. Can't wait to read the books that LC writes, Terry. You know my theory. I think you should be able to prove that you can read a book before you write a book. But that's just me, Terry. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Okay.
Really?
Maybe I'm asking a little too much.
You might be.
No. Well, I think you should have proven you've read a book before you can write one, yes.
Is LC adding author to her laundry list of talents? Yep, it's so true.
Good.
People is reporting the Hill star just signed a sweet 3-book deal with HarperCollins.
3-book deal?
Woohoo.
She should be signing a 3-book deal with Hooked on Phonics to teach her how to read. You know, you start with Spot Goes to the Farm.
I love that one.
Then...
Is that about a dog? I'm guessing. I don't know. It sounds good, though.
Hey, don't spoil it for everyone.
Okay, I won't.
Okay, you gave that away. Don't ruin the ending.
I won't.
Okay.
People is reporting the Hill star just signed a sweet 3-book deal with HarperCollins.
3-book deal, man.
3.
there are like major authors out there that are talented, that can't get any kind of response from the publishers, and now they have to read this morning that HarperCollins,
no joke by the way,
one of the biggest publishers in the world, has offered LC a 3-book deal. We know your first one's going to be so great that we want 2 more immediately.
Even though you've never written anything in your entire life, we'd like to commit 3 books to you. God.
Unbelievable.
God, you are not joking.
Well, I'm buying them.
People is reporting the Hill star just signed a sweet 3-book deal with HarperCollins for a fiction series called L.A. Candy. LC says the books are about a girl who moves to L.A. and stars in a reality show.
Wow, what an original idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, I can't wait to read it.
Okay, we're overdoing the sarcasm now. So,
my Lord Bob, she has a gift.
Let's move along. God. She already has a great concept for her book.
Very creative.
That's awesome.
LC says the books are about a girl who moves to L.A. and stars in a reality show. Wherever will she find the inspiration?
They're going off on her, too.
Is that Mark McGrath still?
No, it's not Mark McGrath.
Did he get blown out?
Yeah, didn't he get replaced by
Mark
somebody?
McGrath got axed.
Back to Sugar Ray.
By Mario Lopez, right?
It's time to think about the Sugar Ray reunion tour.
Walking into band practice with his head down. Sorry, guys. I probably should have stayed. My bad.
I know, the little fruity me doing the entertainment news every night, but can you forgive me and let's move on? Let's write some new fruity songs. Come on. Anyway, what else is going on in the world? I got Kevin on the line. I want to talk to him because he's trying out for an arena football league team.
Oh, really?
Over the next few, I don't know, is it over the next few days, few weeks, what? I don't know. He's trying out for an arena football league team, Terry, and anytime our listener tries out for something as cool as that, I can't help but root for him and get a little excited for him, Terry. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
I mean, there are more important jobs to be done out there in the world that make greater contributions to society than arena football, but I just think it's really cool if we have a listener that makes the arena football team somewhere around the country, you know?
That'd be very cool.
Okay. What else is going on, please?
Well, since we did just listen about Hills and Lauren Conrad or whatever, America Ferrera...
listen about Hills.
Yes.
Well, the book deal. Anyway, America Ferrera believes that shows like The Hills and Gossip Girl actually affect how girls treat each other in real life.
She is concerned that girls treat each other poorly because of shows like The Hills and Gossip Girl and Laguna Beach, which
all those
got the Hills in motion.
Right.
Well, you know, America Ferrera should just do her part as Ugly Betty and keep quiet. She's got a good job. She does it well. Keep your trap shut.
But she does.
Right? Let me tell you the reality, okay? Girls didn't all of a sudden start becoming catty. Girls didn't all of a sudden start becoming snooty and rude to each other when The Hills came out. They figured out how to get it done. They figured out how to be all catty to each other.
Right.
Way before The Hills hit television.
I understand that.
What does she want? What does America Ferrera want? She wants Growing Pains to come back?
Well, I think it's more, you know,
I do.
Women are already criticized enough as being two-faced to one another and catty and just always trying to bring each other down, and instead maybe, you know, show a little bit more bonding and positive things with women.
No one's gonna watch that.
Exactly, and that's all she's saying.
TV shows are just
all she's saying.
TV shows are just a reflection of the times. It's not that The Hills made all the girls in high school and junior high all catty. It's that The Hills came out. The Hills is successful. The Hills actually got a chance to be on TV because it represents what's going on in the junior high, in 8th grade and in 10th grade, Terry, between girls right now. This is the way it's
terrible.
Happening.
It really
may be terrible,
sad.
but don't let America Ferrera come out and, like, blame The Hills for girls being all catty to each other, because that ain't true. She got the chicken and the egg wrong.
She's not blaming them. She's saying it doesn't help.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't hurt either, though. It's not like
I
The
think
Hills...
it hurts a little bit.
It's not like if The Hills went off the air, the girls in high school would change their ways and all of a sudden start treating each other so well.
But if you had more shows that were a little bit more positive and showed a little bit more bonding things.
Okay, well then let's bring back Benson.
All right.
Let's bring back...
I loved Missy Gold.
Let's bring back...
She was my age at the time. I had such a crush on her. I swear.
Let's bring back Growing Pains, where everyone treated each other all so sweet.
Anyway.
And Kirk Cameron can...
Show me that smile.
Show us that smile yet again. And
he's a He's gone off the deep end, too, by the way.
Let's bring back family ties.
I guess what it is that maybe trying to show that women can have very strong friendships within, their inner circle, even though they do have different opinions and things like that. There's nothing wrong with it.
Tell Ugly Betty. It's a nice thought.
It's just that maybe it's time to change things a little bit.
Well, it ain't gonna happen. Let me tell Ugly Betty one thing. It's a nice thought. Now shut your mouth and go be Ugly Betty. All right?
She's very good at that.
I just said that. Didn't I just say that she's very good at her part?
You did.
So stick with focusing on that and don't think you got the world figured out. The Hills ain't making girls any more cattier than they already decided to be long before the Hills came on the air. It's just a representation. Unfortunately, maybe if you want to say unfortunately,
it is unfortunate.
It's unfortunate that girls are as rude and as sniveling and as just backstabbing as they are these days. But that's the way it is. And the Hills ain't affecting it. It ain't making it any worse or any better. It's just a representation of what's going on. If the Hills got canceled, girls wouldn't be any less catty. So shut your ugly Betty mouth.
Show me that smile.
Oh, man.
Show me that smile.
Yeah.
Don't waste another minute on your crying. We're nowhere near.
Oh, man, my arena football guy hung up. Maybe he got scared because I was like, maybe he was lying. I don't know. Oh, as long as we got each other. See, even listen to the theme song. Even listen to the jolly theme song, Terry.
Yes, doesn't it just kind of make you feel good?
As long as we got each other.
That's right.
We got the world. I didn't even listen to the words before this time. I've heard this song a million times. We got the world spinning in our hands.
There you go.
I don't think that's going to be really the concept of the Hills. No. As long as you're screwing my boyfriend, I'm going to be plotting your death.
Wow.
That's a song.
There's the theme song of the new millennium, Terry. It ain't the happy-go-lucky 80s anymore, Terry, all right?
Dang it.
Tell oh,
Moonlighting.
Al Jarreau.
Moonlighting, I think so. Do they even make themes anymore for TV shows, or no?
They don't make TV theme songs like they used to. It's pretty much people's ADD is telling the TV world, we don't have patience to sit around through a cheesy theme song. Get to the show.
Well, we do have Full House queued up for it.
Do you notice? Do you notice when you go to the movies now, they don't even have credits before the movies because people won't sit through that. Yeah. They go right into scene number 1 as soon as the movie starts.
Thank you.
It is kind of a good thing. You used to have to sit through, all these names before the movie started. I mean, yeah, you get that sometimes as long as they're showing the movie behind it.
Right.
But people don't have patience for anything anymore.
I know.
Most movies, if you're noticing, will wait and show all the credits at the end, and you'll never even know who the stars are unless you are already someone who's interested to know and you look it up ahead of time. They won't show any names right at the beginning to get right into the movie.
You go to a movie in 1978, you're sitting there for 20 minutes before you even see a person.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I watch these old horror movies. I'm like, oh, I'm serious.
You got to watch 5 minutes of credits before they actually get the movie rolling.
Yep.
Not ringing a bell?
Not yet. Sounds very 80s, though.
The milkman, the paper boy. Is it on TV?
Oh, jeez. One song Vinnie knows.
I watched this stuff.
Full House?
Full House.
I don't think I ever watched it from the beginning. I always I never watched Full House. John Stamos is just... He was handsome.
Yeah. Uncle Jesse.
A little too handsome for me. All right? Now put on Charles in Charge.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Scott Baio.
I'll know it from the first note.
Okay.
Anyway.
By the way, one of America's co-stars in that stupid movie she has out, Traveling Pants 2 or whatever, is in Gossip Girls. And there's actually an interview out there where she says these comments right next to her co-star. And her co-star rolls her eyes at her.
What were the exact words from America Ferrera again, Terry? What was her exact statement?
Got a couple of things. She said,
yes.
First of all, in regards to Blake Lively, who's the star of Gossip Girl, she says, I love Blake. She's a wonderful friend of mine, but shows like Gossip Girl kind of condition us to be mean.
condition us to be mean. So she's blaming these shows for the way girls are mean to each other. And I'm telling her that she is very short-sighted and she's got a very short-term memory because it was long before shows like Gossip Girl and The Hills that the skew of girls being nice to each other had ended, and the cattiness took over in full force.
Well, she even calls out 90210. She says, like if you're watching The Hills or 90210, all the
she's talking about the new 90210.
I know, but
yes.
all the backstabbing shapes the way we act.
Please. She's wrong.
And she says, quote, one of the most wonderful experiences I've had with girl relationships was working with Blake, Amber Tamblyn, and Alexis Bledell.
Tempest Bledsoe.
Anyway. On the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Anyway, I don't watch Ugly Betty, Terry. You tell me. I know you love it. Is it kind of a throwback with everyone has a happy feeling about each other?
Oh, no, but it's...
She obviously can't be calling the kettle black. I mean, she must be feeling like her show is one of the few shows that buck the system, and her show doesn't have the cattiness, and her show doesn't have the backstabbing element to it.
Her show is more the business backstabbing type thing.
So who was she to talk then?
It's not.
It's a half-hour comedy. It's not reality TV.
It's not reality. Yeah, that's.
She thinks they overemphasize the cattiness on shows like The Hills.
Right.
And she's probably right, but it's just representative of what is going on out there. Now, if I can't argue with you, Terry, I got a 14-year-old girl on the line who wants to argue it with me a little bit further.
Okay.
Should we allow her moments here? Of course we should. Sarah, a freshman at a Walnut Creek High School, would like to have her say. What school do you go to, Sarah?
I go to Las Palmas.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're on the air. What can I do for you?
Well, I was just saying how the conversation you had about how the Hills and Gilmore Girls affects girls at our school. It really does because
Gossip Girl, not Gilmore Girls, but all right, yeah.
They actually start acting like that, and that's how I lost one of my best friends. She turned into her.
That's how you lost one of your best friends because she turned into like Audrina or what, like LC or something?
Actually, Lowe's probably the meanest on The Hills.
So you think that your friend would have had a completely different personality if it were not for her watching The Hills religiously? It's because she was such a fan of The Hills that she all of a sudden morphed into one of the Hills stars, changed her personality, and you lost your friendship with her.
Yeah, because she completely changed.
Well, who does she change into? Who do you recognize her most likely to be portraying? Is it
Well, I don't really watch it.
Oh, you don't watch The Hills, so you really don't know. So how do you know that she turned into one of the cast members of The Hills altogether?
Because I've seen a couple episodes.
Well, if you can't tell me which character she turned into, then I have to have a hard time believing that you know for a fact that she is taking on the direct smack dab personality of one of the Hills stars. Which one? Combination of all the major characters.
I don't know the name, but it's the one girl that, okay. I have no idea what.
Do you want your best friend back?
She's listening to herself.
Yeah, you turned
no, really, because nobody knows who she is anymore.
Who's talking in the background there? Are you being driven to school by your dad or something?
No, it's my friend. I'm getting a ride to school.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Your friend, a guy?
Yeah.
16-year-old boy with his permits driving you to school?
What?
So he goes to school, too, with you, the guy who's driving you to school?
He's not driving me.
Who's that talking in the background? Is that an adult, or is that like some kid that goes to your school?
Kid that goes to my school.
And he's driving you to school?
No, their dad.
Your dad's driving you to school. So your dad is in the car?
Their dad is driving them. They're carpooling to school.
Oh, right. Oh, okay, so now I got it.
I don't miss those days. Dad dropping you off at the front. I'm going to get your lunch.
So
you know I won't, Dad.
This kid's dad is driving you to school.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And is she the only one that kind of has had a personality reversal? This friend that you're focused on? Are you missing this friend or no? Or is it like good riddance?
I don't know anymore.
She's too confused, Terry.
She sounds distraught.
Yeah.
Her head sounds like it's spinning over this.
And
Well, do you got new friends? You got friends that are more real to who they are? Or what's the...
Like, they were all her friend, and now they don't even know her. And she has, like, no friends anymore.
His dad is fed up with the her friend's dad is fed up with the Bay Area traffic. Go, 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 go!
They're having a three-legged race in the car.
I'm sorry, what did she just say, Terry? I missed that.
she said that she doesn't have any friends anymore because nobody likes her. No, not her.
You're fresh out of friends?
No, not her. The friend, the mean girl.
What about you? How many friends do you have at last count?
What?
How many friends do you have at this time?
11.
Add them up. Give me a number.
How many she has?
How many friends you have?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know much, do you?
What?
What do you know that you'd like to tell us besides the fact that you certainly know that your friend had an immediate personality change thanks to the hills? You got a boyfriend?
No.
You want one?
Mm-hmm.
You looking for one?
I don't know.
Any of the boys, like, checking you out yet, or what?
I don't know.
Because if they ain't checking you out yet...
Well, maybe she's just one of those girls that really doesn't pay attention to that because she's not...
What do you focus on in school? What are your interests?
Daydreaming.
Daydreaming. And when you daydream, what do you daydream about?
I have no idea most of the time.
These are some pretty abstract daydreams then, I guess.
Don't you love 14-year-olds?
Actually, the Hills casting director just called. You're on the show.
Perfect.
Sarah?
Yeah?
Thank you for the call.
Thank you.
It was enlightening. Take care. There goes 14-year-old Sarah Terry.
Yes, Sarah.
She loves daydreaming.
Yes.
She never knows what the hell she's dreaming about.
You may not want to put that down as a hobby on your college application.
Mm-hmm.
Your interests.
What are your interests? Daydreaming. About what? Who knows?
Well, a couple of years...
Murdering people. Okay. Wow. Sorry.
Well, a couple of years back, didn't Lindsay Lohan...
Fortunately.
Wasn't she in a movie called Mean Girls? And she went on Oprah. And they brought that up about how...
Mean Girls had an effect on girls.
Well, and just how it encompassed the whole...
It's kind of a parody of those.
All right, so we'll agree on... I'm telling you that it all didn't get started with the Hills or even Mean Girls. It got started long before that. The girls began being overly catty to each other.
But what it does, though, I kind of get it, is what it does is it highlights that it's a cool thing to do.
We'll agree on it's not helping the situation.
Right,
but what I'm telling you is they can't put on shows that aren't representative of the times.
Well, especially when
you can't put on these unrealistic, happy-go-lucky, warm cockles of your heart, family-oriented, growing pain shows anymore because they don't work. No one can relate. No one's going to watch them. The bottom line is women have been bitches to each other since the beginning of time.
They always will be.
And it's finally coming out.
Well,
they're just not hiding it as much anymore.
True.
Did you see the cave that bitch is living in? I mean, really? That's how you decorate it? Elk skin on the wall.
So accept the reality of our world and stop burying your head in the frickin' sand.
Yes, that was my cave woman impersonation.
And stop.
Very good, by the way.
Stop blaming.
I don't think it's a blame.
It is a blame. Ugly Betty is blaming. Ugly Betty is blaming the Hills for girls being catty to each other.
She's blaming the fact that the shows like that, the reality shows, are making it cool to be mean and disrespectful to one another. Instead of saying, you know what, let's try and actually get along better.
Brandon, you're on the air.
Let's keep our friendships. Let's cherish them.
Ain't watching that show. Yes, Brandon.
I hate the Hills. First off, I like your show, man. I love your show.
I love your call. Thanks for making it.
And second of all, I hate the Hills. I hate all reality shows. You know what? They all depict rich white people.
Oh, geez.
You ever notice that? Why don't they do a show of poor people?
Oh, jeez.
You know, more people will watch that, right? You know, all these people... these shows, I can't believe...
Has there ever been a reality show from the real hardcore slums?
That, they're... thinking that
Cops?
these shows are...
Cops is the most successful reality TV show in the history of the world.
It is.
They say it was, whether you recognize it at the time or not, the first ever reality TV show.
White guys and wife beaters, love it.
Mm-hmm. Lisa, real quick, has a comment. Yes, Lisa.
So I just have a comment about that girl that called. I mean, what a little airhead. She didn't understand.
She's been watching the hills too much.
Yes,
She is cutting down when she should be lifting that 14-year-old girl up. Why are you cutting down?
What?
Oh, my God. I have a 5-year-old. It is my daughter. It turns out to be a little airhead like that. I'm going to shoot myself.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Well, I guess we have something to root for. Oh, yeah.
The T-Man Show.